Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs pregame show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with the Laredo Lemurs pregame show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for joining us tonight. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer coming to you live from Uni-Trade Stadium as we get ready for Game 2 of a 3-game set with the Lincoln Saltdogs. Lemurs won yesterday's ball game by a final score of 12-5 over Lincoln and got the first game in the series. That's the first time this year that the Lemurs have actually won the first game of a series against any team that they've faced off against. So they've faced off against Amarillo so far, Grand Prairie, St. Paul, and now the Lincoln Saltdogs. So this is the fourth series of the season for the Lemurs, and they finally get a win in the first game. So they set the tone in this series last night, and we'll talk about the game here shortly. But first, some breaking news for the Laredo Lemurs. As they have signed a brand new player, Juan Silverio will be playing third base tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. We'll be telling you a little bit about him as we move throughout the ball game tonight. But Juan Silverio is a new third baseman for Laredo, and the Lemurs have put Kevin Brandt on the disabled list. Last night's starting pitcher, he didn't last too long in the ball game. Only went 2 1/3 of an inning. Gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 3 and didn't strike anybody out. He is now on the disabled list for the Lemurs, so Silverio takes over the roster spot for Kevin Brandt. So that's a quick bit of breaking news for the Laredo Lemurs. And, of course, we'll go ahead and move on now and tell you a little bit about last night's game. Well, it was all Lemurs in this one as they end up winning by a final score of 12-5. They actually got 12 runs on 17 hits. Both of those numbers a high for this season for the Laredo Lemurs. So they came out, put up those 12 runs, which is a season high, and the 17 hits, also a season high for Laredo. And the Lemurs got on the board first. It started in the second inning against starting pitcher Zach Stanowitz. Lemurs saw Tony Delmonico reach on a walk, and then Matt Pageant would single. Then Luke Bailey, he would come up, he would single as well, but everybody would hold their bases, so there'd be the bases loaded with nobody out in the second inning. Then Byron Wiley would come up, he would strike out, and that'd be the first out in the inning. Jimmy Mojica would then come up for his second at-bat of the 2015 season with the Lemurs. He would walk, that would bring home Tony Delmonico, and the Lemurs had a 1-0 lead. After that, Kevin Taylor would hit into a fielder's choice. Matt Pageant would come in to score, and it was 2-0 Lemurs at that point. Then we'd go to the top of the third inning, and the Lincoln Saltdogs would strike. John Gaston would be hit by a pitch to start off the inning, so he would go to first base. Then C.J. Ziegler, he would hit a single. That would put runners at first and second. Jeremy Hamilton would then walk and put runners at first, second, and third, so the bases were loaded as Ryan Lashley would come up to the plate. He did a long drive out to left field. It would go over the fence and be a grand slam home run for Ryan Lashley. And the Lincoln Saltdogs, just like that, would take a 4-2 lead against the Lemurs. Well, it wouldn't last very long, that's for sure. The Laredo Lemurs would come right back, and with one out, Devontre Richardson would step up to the plate, and he'd do this. And a 3-1 count to Richardson. The pitch swung on in a high fly ball to left. This one has a chance to get out of here, and it is a home run for Devontre Richardson. He'll round the bases quickly, and it's going to be a 4-3 game. Yeah, so a 4-3 ball game after the home run by Richardson. Then Tony Delmonico would strike out. That'd be the second out in the bottom of the third inning. Then Matt Pageant would come up to the plate with 2 down. He would walk, and then Luke Bailey would step up to the plate, and he would do this. Runner at first and 2 down. The delivery swung on and a line drive into left field. This one's hit pretty well. Is that going to get out of the ballpark? It is a home run, and the Lemurs take the lead. Bailey with his league-leading 4th home run of the season. And that's a 2-run shot, and 2 home runs in the inning gives the Lemurs the 5-4 lead. Yeah, so that gives the Lemurs the 5-4 lead, and it would be a lead that they would not relinquish throughout the night. as the Lincoln Saltdogs would tie it up, but the Lemurs would come right back and actually end up going on to win the ball game. Matt Forgatch in the fourth inning would hit a single, and then Brian Joint, after Forgatch stole second base, would single, and that would drive in Matt Forgatch to make it a 5-5 game. But then after that, it was all Lemurs as we went to the bottom of the fourth inning. With one out, Kevin Taylor would come up to the plate. He would single, and then Abel Nieves would hit a single as well, and then Dennis Phipps would come up to the plate and hit himself a double.
A one pitch with two runners on. Swings and hits this one towards right center field. It's dropping quickly. It gets down in the right center field gap. Phipps rounds first, heads for second. Heading home is Kevin Taylor. Nieves will be held up at third. It's a stand-up RBI double for Dennis Phipps. And the Lemurs take the lead. It's now 6-5.
Yeah, so the Lemurs with a 6-5 lead there at that point, and then the Lemurs would score another run. Phipps would later come in to score when Devontre Richardson would drive him in. So the Lemurs would have 8 runs up on the board by the time the fourth inning was all said and done. So the Lemurs would go on and score 2 more in the fifth. They'd grab another run in the sixth inning and a home run by Tony Delmonico, his second of the year in the seventh inning for the Laredo Lemurs, and that's how they got all 12 of their runs in the ball game last night. So once again, 12 runs, a season high for Laredo, 17 hits, a season high for Laredo, and they look to carry that over till tonight. Speaking of which, we're going to talk a little bit to manager Pete Incaviglia. He had a press conference after the ball game last night. We'll take a short break, come back with the manager and his thoughts about last night's ball game. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
All right, so now we're going to go ahead and listen to last night's press conference. Manager Pete Incaviglia talked to a host of people involved in the press, including our own Cameron Songer, Zach Davis from the Laredo Morning Times, and others. This is a few questions that he had to answer throughout that press conference after last night's ball game.
All right. After that series with St. Paul, this win's got to feel pretty good. What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, not getting innings out of our starter is always a concern, but, our bullpen did a fantastic job, man. I mean, I can't say enough about our bullpen, and our guys came out swinging the bats today. We really swung the bats well, and we had good approaches today, so, hopefully this is, things to come, I'm hoping, because, we need to put some games together. We played really good, and, Jimmy did a good job on his first night, and, Devo's just been, terrific. But I got to tell you, our bullpen, last, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, Beckman came in with the bases loaded, nobody out, and got out of that inning. That was huge.
Everybody on the team had a hit. Is this what you expected when you were putting this team together?
Well, yeah. I mean, we got good players. I mean, we should swing the bats very well. I feel like we got a lot of good players here, and I feel like we should pitch and play defense, and I think we filled a couple holes, and hopefully we can just continue to move forward and getting better. That's all we can try and do is get better every day.
First games of the season for Mojica and Dan Miner. Some mixed results. Can you talk about their performances?
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy was great. I mean, no spring training, goes out there. Just Jimmy's Jimmy. He's a very athletic, and he's a very good player, and he solidifies that shortstop, position for us. And, Dan came in his first outing, I'm sure it wasn't great in his, if he was sitting here talking to you, I don't think it'd be great, but it's good to get his first outing out of the way, and hopefully we can continue to, he'll continue to get better for us.
You kind of had a quick hook for the starter, but I know you alluded to it. What was the thought there for the quick hook on Brant?
Well, I mean, it seemed like we were swinging the bats very well, and we had to put some zeros up because I felt like we were swinging the bats, and we had a pretty good approach against the knuckleballer today, and when you got a chance to win ball games, you win them, and you figure out the rest tomorrow. So, like I said, our bullpen came in, did a good job, and it's about winning games. It's not about letting guys get their innings in. So, like I said, our bullpen did a great job, and we'll figure out, how we're going to work it tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say, why so many different pitchers tonight?
Well, you can't burn everybody, if a guy goes an inning, he's available tomorrow. So, I wasn't going to just burn somebody and have him throw 3 or 4 innings because then I lose them for the series.
Obviously, yesterday was kind of a wake-up moment more than anything for the team. You kind of followed it up with some moves today. You think message received from most of the guys?
I think so.
Today?
Yeah, I think that the message received is that we want guys that are go out there and grind and compete on every pitch, and guys that understand that winning is very important here. And not that the guys we released had anything to do why we weren't winning, but I think the message was sent, say, hey, look, if you're not doing your job, you're not going to be here, and we're going to get people in here that will do the job. So, hopefully, we'll continue to play at a high level like we did tonight.
That's Lemurs manager Pete Incaviglia. I'm Bill Harrington. He's Cameron Songer. We're going to be back with more right after this. Hey, Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
All right, we're still a few minutes out before we get this ball game started here at Uni-Trade Stadium tonight. Once again, it's the Lincoln Saltdogs against the Laredo Lemurs. We'll be bringing it to you live as soon as it gets started, but let's go ahead and get you some scores from around the American Association, let you know what's going on in the rest of the league tonight. Joplin, they're up over Amarillo already, 4-0 in the top of the 4th inning. So Joplin winning some baseball games, and they are 6-3 on the season, so they're off to a good start as a newborn team in the American Association and winning right now, 4-0 over Amarillo. Winnipeg won, Sioux Falls nothing. That game being played up in Winnipeg. Wichita and Fargo, they are just underway in the top of the 2nd inning. No score there. Kansas City and Sioux City hooking up over in Sioux City, and Sioux City's up 2-0 in the bottom of the 1st inning. Grand Prairie won, St. Paul nothing. Look out. St. Paul is down in the top of the 2nd inning. And Grand Prairie's up 1-0. The Ottawa Champions, a team in the Can-Am League, is visiting the Gary South Shore Railcats. That's the 2nd time this year that Gary has played a team from the Can-Am League already. Ottawa's up 1-0 over Gary, and we'll be getting going here pretty soon. Lincoln at Laredo. Lemurs won last night's game by a final score of 12-5. Just an update for you about the American Association report. If you're a fan of the American Association report, the newest one has been posted. Yeah, the one that finishes up the month of May. So the American Association report for the month ending on 5/31. We have interviews with Grand Prairie Airhogs broadcaster James Nasser. He sat down with Tyrell Harris. He's a pitcher from the Grand Prairie Airhogs. And J.J. Hardigan, he sat down with one of the outfielders for the Sioux Falls Canaries. So those 2 interviews are on there, as well as the reports from all the other teams from around the American Association. So if you're looking to get up to date with other teams and see what's going on around the league, well, that's a good way to find out. Go to the American Association report, and you can listen to that. It's a little podcast that we have on SoundCloud.com. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the first pitch right after this. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. All right, so now we're going to turn it over to the public address announcer. We have the national anthem coming up here at Uni-Trade Stadium.
Please remove your hands and rise for the singing of the national anthem. Singing the national anthem tonight is Patricia Garcia. I will sing, I will sing, my belongs and me not, but so bright and as white lies gleaming, whose breast rise and bright stars over the stars, o'er the refreshing waters, where so gallantly streaming.
Starting lineups and first pitch coming your way next.
Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care, Falcon International Bank, iGadget Repair Center, Sports Medicine, Hines, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with all your Laredo Lemurs play-by-play action.
All right, Lemurs fans, we're ready to go here from Uni-Trade Stadium. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer coming to you live from Uni-Trade Stadium for the second game of a 3-game set between the Lincoln Saltdogs and your Laredo Lemurs. Let's go and get you the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. For the Saltdogs, Matt Forgach is going to lead off. He's playing out in left field. Brian Joint will bat second. He'll play right. John Gaston will play center field. He'll bat in the 3-hole. Batting fourth is C.J. Ziegler. He'll play first base. Mitch Canham will do the catching tonight. He'll bat fifth. Ryan Lashley, he's going to play second base. He'll bat in the 6th spot for the Lincoln Saltdogs. Jeremy Hamilton will work as the DH and bat 7th. Mike Gilmartin will play shortstop and bat 8th. And Eddie Young's the third baseman batting 9th tonight for the Lincoln Saltdogs. And on the mound for Lincoln is Jesse Smith. For the Lemurs tonight, Jimmy Mojica playing shortstop and leading off. Kevin Taylor will bat second, and he'll do the catching tonight. That's the first time this year he'll be behind the plate for the Lemurs. Abel Nieves will work as the second baseman. He'll bat in the 3-hole. Dennis Phipps is playing right field and batting fourth. Devontae Richardson is the the center fielder. He'll bat in the 5-hole. Tony Delmonico is playing first base and batting 6th. Pageant, he's working as the designated hitter tonight, batting in the 7th spot. Newcomer Juan Silverio, he'll play third base and bat 8th. And batting 9th is Byron Wiley. He is the left fielder for the Laredo Lemurs. Well, we're ready to go here as Matt Forgach comes up to the plate. And stepping onto the mound for the Lemurs, the starting pitcher tonight, Matt Lucen. Lucen will go into the windup. Here's the pitch, and we're underway. That one misses outside. First pitch coming at 7:35 Central Time. And the game time temperature is 89 degrees. Here's the 1-0 delivery. That one is high and tight. Look out there, Matt Forgach. Forgach, the left fielder tonight for the Lincoln Saltdogs. Both of these teams come into tonight's ball game with a record of 4 wins and 7 losses. Here comes the 2-0 delivery. That one is outside for a ball. So the theme of last night's game was both of these teams came in with losing streaks. Saltdogs were on a 4-game losing streak, now on a 5-game losing streak as Lucen delivers. And that one is high and away. Oh, excuse me. Called a strike as Forgach started heading down the first baseline, threw away the bat, and the home plate umpire rang him up. So he'll see another pitch. 3 balls and 1 strike. So as I was saying, last night both teams were coming in with a losing streak. Lincoln with 4 games, Laredo with 3. And tonight it's the battle of 4 and 7. Who will be 5 and 8 or 5 and 7 after this one's over? The next pitch, that's called a strike as well, making it 3 and 2. So who will be 5 and 7, and who's going to be 4 and 8? That's the question early on here in the season. Matt Lucen with a 3-2 count against Matt Forgach. Here's the wind and the throw, and that one is very high. Forgach does walk, so he sees a couple extra pitches, but his ball 4. Well, starting pitcher Matt Lucen, no record so far this year, no wins, no losses, a 6.35 ERA. He's making his 3rd start of the year. He's thrown in 5 2/3 of an inning so far, so he's been taken out pretty quickly throughout his first 2 outings for the Laredo Lemurs. He's given up 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He's given up 1 long ball, has walked 7. That can definitely get you into trouble fast, and has struck out 5. So Lucen looking to have a rebound night. The pitch. That one misses outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Brian Joint. Well, we already saw Lucen here tonight walk a batter, so that's his 8th walk on the year through 5 2/3 of an inning of work. Forgach runs. The pitch is not called, and now it's called a strike, but the throw is going to be a little bit too late to get Forgach, so it's a stolen base. The home plate umpire waited a little while before he gave us the sign if it was going to be a ball or a strike or not, and he finally called it a strike after Taylor let go of the ball. I think he didn't want to get in his way or disrupt the throw in any way. So a runner at second base and nobody down, and a 1-1 count to Brian Joint. Forgach, by the way, with his 4th stolen base on the year, and now Taylor is going to go out and talk to Matt Lucen. Kevin Taylor listed on the Lemurs roster as a catcher. We've seen him around the infield so far this year, and he's got a nice glove in the infield. But I'm interested to see how well he can catch. Luke Bailey is the primary catcher for the Lemurs. He's getting a night off as of right now. Luke Bailey, by the way, leads the league in home runs with 4. 4 home runs for him in the early going. And for Luke Bailey, his all-time high in home runs is only 7. And he's already got 4 this year. The 1-1 pitch. Low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Brian Joint. So Forgach at second base. Brian Joint starting the day batting .302 for the Lincoln Saltdogs here in 2015. He has 13 hits and 43 at-bats. Lucen out of the stretch. He'll kick and throw, and that one is swung on and fouled back to the screen. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brian Joint in yesterday's ball game went 1 for 5 against the Lemurs. He picked up an RBI. Forgach gets his lead. Still some sunshine splashing down on the field right now. Of course, it's a little bit behind the ballpark. So Matt Lucen is partly in the sunshine, but as soon as he releases the ball, go right into the shade. And now timeout's being called by Brian Joint. Brian Joint, a former member of the El Paso Diablos. He played with Lincoln last year, hit .307 for the full season over 96 games. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one is swung and lined into right field, right at Dennis Phipps. Phipps will get underneath it and make the catch. Forgach is not going to worry about tagging up and trying to move up. So Joint hit the ball well, but right at the Lemurs right fielder, and there's 1 down in the inning and a runner at second base. Here comes former Lemur John Gaston to the plate. No score in the game, just underway. Lemurs and Saltdogs, the last game to get going in the American Association on a Tuesday night. We start our games at 7:30 here in Laredo, Texas. It's primarily due to the heat, but it's been very mild as of late since starting the season, and we're not going to complain. Jimmy Mojica behind the runner at second base, Forgach. He'll back off now on the pitch. That one is high. So Gaston, the number 3 hitter, taking that pitch a little bit high. Gaston out of the University of Arizona. Played last year with Lincoln as well as in 2013. Played 46 games last year. He was injured for most of the season last year. Mojica back at second base again, and now Lucen hops off the mound, looks to throw, but decides to hold on to the baseball. No score in the game. Another beautiful day here. Like I told you at the beginning of the game, 89 degrees when we start tonight. I can go through my scorebooks through the last 3 years, and I can see a lot of 102s, 103s, 105s when we get started in games. And I have not written 100 degrees on any home game yet. The 1-0 pitch. That one called a strike. A little bit above the belt, a fastball in the inside corner. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Gaston. So that's really got to be comforting to the players out there. Instead of coming out here in the blazing heat when it's 104 degrees, they come out here and it's mild for them, 89 degrees. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, the pitch. And that one's called a strike on the outside corner. So Lucen gets a strike on the inside corner, comes right back, hits a fastball on the outside corner right at the knees. And he's got Gaston in a 1-2 hole with 1 out. The umpires, by the way, today, Mitch Wilson behind the plate, Sean Hicks at first base, Steve Linton over at third. And the set by Lucen. Mojica's back there and a soft toss by Lucen over to second base, and Forgatch is back in safely. Jimmy Mojica will try to keep the guys as honest as possible over there at second base. Mojica's pretty quick, so he can get back to his position fairly well if he decides to try to sneak in behind a runner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lucen out of the stretch. And the pitch. That one's in the dirt, and Taylor having a hard time finding it. Now Forgatch runs, and he's going to slide in safely. Well, it just took that little bit of hesitation there by Taylor to find the baseball, and Forgatch saw the bobble and said, I'm taking the next bag, and he did so. We got to wait to see what that's going to be called, a wild pitch, a pass ball, or a stolen base. So back into the batter's box is John Gaston. He's got a 2-2 count, but a very important play there for the Lincoln Saltdogs, and now the Lemurs are going to have the infield in with Forgatch taking third with 1 down. And here's a little dribbler up to the third baseman, charging Silvario. Silvario will throw over to first base, and Forgatch will score a run, and Gaston's out at first. So that stolen base and then the wild pitch pass ball ends up helping out the Saltdogs as Forgatch works himself into scoring position and gets all the way over to third base and ends up coming in to score a run on a little dribbler. So a 5-3 putout. It's the second out of the inning, but the Saltdogs have taken a 1-0 lead. Here comes Ziegler. So remember, Forgatch walked to first base after a 3-2 count as the first pitch to Ziegler misses low. Then he stole second, and then he takes third base on the wild pitch pass ball. We haven't got a decision on what it is yet. Here's the 1-0. That one is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike to C.J. Ziegler. Isn't there a guy named Zig Ziglar? Zig Ziglar. The 1-1 pitch, and that one is low. Isn't he like a motivational speaker? I think he's a motivational speaker. Zig Ziglar. Wonder if C.J. Ziegler is any relation. Ziegler from Tucson, Arizona, 6'5" and 245 pounds. He takes this one in tight, making it a 3-1 count. Ziegler off to a rough start on the season, only batting 150. Last year during the regular season with Wichita, he hit .318 in 100 games. He played all 100, the 3-1. That is called a strike. Ziegler started to take off his ankle brace, and he has to put it back on. He thought that pitch was low. He thought it was ball 4. And he started taking off his ankle brace, the one that protects him from foul balls. And now he has to reclamp it up. Well, another opportunity. That's the way you got to look at it. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 down, 1-0 Lincoln. And the wind and the throw. Swung in a line drive in the left center field. The ball is hit pretty well. Wiley going to get into the gap. He'll make the catch, and that's going to do it for the Lincoln Saltdogs. But they come up with 1 run on no hits. There were no errors and nobody left. 1-0 Lincoln. We're going to head to the bottom of the first. Lemurs coming up. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5 and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
All right, just about ready to go. 1 or 2 more pitches for the starting pitcher tonight for Lincoln, Jesse Smith. And we'll have the first batter coming up, Jimmy Mojica. He'll be followed up by Kevin Taylor, and then Abel Nieves will make an appearance. It looks like there's one more pitch going to be thrown before we get going. Go ahead and take a look at some scores from around the American Association while we have another moment or two. Joplin up 4-0 over Amarillo in the bottom of the 5th. Sioux Falls won, Winnipeg won in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Wichita's up 1-0 over Fargo in the top of the 3rd. Sioux City 3, Kansas City nothing, top of the 3rd inning. St. Paul and Grand Prairie now tied up at 1 apiece in the top of the 3rd. Gary won, Ottawa won, they're in the bottom of the 6th. And here we sit with a 1-0 score in favor of the Lincoln Saltdogs. They put a run up on the board, pretty much man-made there by Matt Forgach. He walked, stole second, reached third on a wild pitched pass ball. We haven't seen what they've decided yet. And then he came in on a ground ball to third base. Came in to score a soft hit ground ball up the third base line. Here's Jimmy Mojica into the batter's box. Jesse Smith, the starting pitcher, right-hander. He'll go into the windup, and here's the delivery. That one glides across the outside corner for a strike, just below the bell to Jimmy Mojica. 1-0 Lincoln. After this series, the Lemurs will head up to Fargo, North Dakota. Play off against the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks for the first time this year. It's the first and only time they'll see Fargo. Here's the 0-1. That one is outside for a ball, unless, of course, they see him in the playoffs. But Fargo's off to a little bit of a rough start so far this year. They haven't got the wheels turning quite yet up there in Fargo. A 1-ball, 1-strike count to Mojica. Mojica playing in his 2nd game for the Lemurs. And a breaking ball swung and a ground ball over to the shortstop, Gil Martin. Gil Martin squares up, throws hard over to first base, and Mojica's retired. One down, and Kevin Taylor, the next batter. Yeah, Fargo's sitting at 3-8 as of right now. And I've always known that club as being a good baseball team since I've joined the American Association back in 2012. So Kind of odd to see them down with a 3-8 mark right now. Also kind of odd seeing the Lemurs sitting where they're at with their worst start in team history since 2012. So into the batter's box, Kevin Taylor. Wichita leads the South Division, sitting at 7-2. Here's the pitch. That is right across the letters of Kevin Taylor. No balls and 1 strike. 1-0 Lincoln. Sioux City off to a good start in the Central. They're 7-4. So is Gary, 7-4. Both of those teams doing decent. In Kansas City, of all things, they're 1-9 this year so far. That's rough. Here's the 0-1. Swung on a line drive into left field. The base hit. Kevin Taylor takes one the opposite way. Just goes with the pitch on the outside part of the plate, puts a nice swing on it, and lines it into left field. So on the opposite end of the Kansas City T-Bones, who are 1-9, you have the St. Paul Saints sitting at 10-1 on the year. And they are definitely the hottest team in the American Association, currently on a 6-game winning streak. 9-1 over their last 10 games. The worst losing streak right now are the T-Bones. The T-Bones won the home opener, and they haven't won a game since. They have lost 9 in a row. Here's Abel Nieves with a runner at first base and 1 down. 1-0 Lincoln. Here's the pitch. Nieves sees that one miss low and away. Dennis Phipps is on deck. The Lincoln Saltdogs and the Lemurs both sitting at 4-7. Lincoln plays in the Central Division, so they're behind Sioux City and Gary. All the divisions, well, the top 2 divisions, the North and the Central, they both have 4 teams in it, as the next pitch misses low, and then the South Division has 5 teams. This year when the Joplin Blasters came into the division, or into the league, I thought that the American Association might put Wichita back up into the Central and make that the 5-team division, but instead they kept Wichita in the 5-team division in the South. 2 balls and no strikes. Runner at first base and the pitch. Swung on, and that's chopped into the ground. Geographically, Wichita, Joplin, Amarillo, Grand Prairie, and Laredo are the southernmost teams. But Wichita used to play in the Central. Then El Paso went out of the league, and the Lemurs in the South Division, they were short a team. So Wichita got bumped into the South. And when Joplin came into the league last year, stays in the South, the 2-1. Central and a 4-team division in the North. I hope you're following all that, because I think I got a little confused. 1-0 Lincoln. The bottom line was El Paso was in the South Division, and the runner goes from first. Taylor's running, and the throw down to second base is ball 4. Okay, I was wondering why there was no call. That's ball 4 to Abel Nieves. I was thinking to myself, this guy's got to be the worst umpire ever. He's not going to make a call.
Yeah, Taylor really slowed down there on the run into second base. I was like, is he trying to get into a pickle? What's going on here? And then, there's 3 balls on the count.
That's ball 4. There you go.
Sure. Yeah.
You can stand up if you like, Mr. Taylor.
Cartwheel into second base.
Yeah, backflip. Go for it. So here's Dennis Phipps. Dennis Phipps with a nice night last night for the Lemurs. 3 for 6. He had a double and an RBI back in the 4th inning last night. Runners at first and second and 1 down. Lemurs down by a run as Phipps takes the first pitch high, and that's going to bring Canham out from behind the plate to talk to the starting pitcher, Jesse Smith. I'm almost wondering if they left Wichita in the South Division just because they knew they would have a good battle with the Laredo Lemurs. The Lemurs have fought for the division ever since they've joined the American Association. In fact, last year, if Wichita was not in the South, the Lemurs would have been the division champ. Instead, the Lemurs end up getting the wild card spot. Wichita last year, by the way, set a new league record with 72 wins in the American Association last year, so they were very good. The 1-0, that one misses very high. 2 balls and no strikes to Phipps. So, of course, Wichita off to another good start, 7-2 so far this year, but Joplin right behind them. They're sitting at 6-3, only 1 game back. Runners at first and second base, and Dennis Phipps looking to put a charge into one. Jesse Smith, he'll set low at the belt. Taylor at second base. The pitch, and that one is high as well. So Phipps showing some patience here, falling ahead of the count. 3 balls and no strikes. Not going out of his strike zone. We've seen Phipps swing on 3-0 once this season. Let's see what he does here, and that almost clips him. That one's way inside, so that'll be ball 4. Now the Lemurs have the bases loaded. Well, with one out, the Lemurs have the bases loaded and a hot-hitting Devontre Richardson coming up to the plate. Richardson in yesterday's game went 3 for 5. He scored a run and had 2 RBIs. He had a home run in the third. So he'll have a chance to swing the bat with the bases loaded. Got to be foaming at the mouth in this situation. Lemurs are down a run, but definitely threatening. Smith delivers, and it's swung on, and a one-hopper to Gilmartin, the shortstop. He knocks it down. 1 run comes in to score. That's Taylor crossing the plate, and the Lemurs have tied it up. Nieves moves up to third, Phipps up to second, and Richardson in with a base hit, and he grabs himself an RBI. Here's Tony Delmonico now. Delmonico yesterday, he picked up a hit. It was a home run, his second of the season. Bases still loaded. Nieves at third, Phipps at second, Richardson at first base. All tied up at 1 apiece now. That base hit was the 18th on the year for Devontre Richardson. The pitch. That one misses low and outside. It was also his 4th RBI on the year. Delmonico sitting with 10 base hits so far this season. He's got a .286 batting average. Delmonico with 7 RBIs. So he's been a helpful hand there in the RBI category. He hits this one into the air into straightaway center. Gaston moving back. He's got a strong arm. Tagging at third base is Nieves. This ball's going to be way too deep for Gaston to have a chance. Phipps is going to move up to third, and the Lemurs score a run. Abel Nieves crosses the plate, and it's now a 2-1 lead for Laredo. Devontre Richardson holds tight at first base, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up Matt Pageant. Pageant hitting out of the 7-hole. Not used to seeing Pageant down that low. We saw him there yesterday, but every time I see him down that far over the last 2 days, I've had to rub my eyes and check my glasses, make sure they're clean. Pageant usually a 3, 4, 5, 6 guy. And primarily a 4 guy. So Pageant going to come up to the plate now for Laredo. You know, he has been struggling a little bit. Not the same Matt Pageant we've seen over the last few years, but he's definitely got it in him, and just a beginning of the season slump. He'll come right out of it, I'm sure. This guy's a professional hitter through and through. Runners at the corners, and a toss over to first base. Richardson back in safely. And they do have to keep an eye on Devontre over there. He is quick. He can steal a bag. He does have 2 stolen bases this season. And it's a good opportunity for him to try to go. Here's the set by Smith. He'll deliver, and that one is a strike on the outside corner. Just nibbling on the outside part of the plate, right between the knees and the waist there of Matt Pageant. So an 0-1 count to Pageant. He starts the day with a .222 batting average. Last year with the T-Bones, he hit .328. He grounds this one up the middle, ranging for the second baseman, Lashley. Lashley will throw over to first on a hop, and it's in time to get Pageant out. Well, Pageant put it in the right place. It just didn't have enough oomph behind it to get through the infield, and a nice play by the second baseman, Lashley. But the Lemurs strike. They grab 2 runs in the inning. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 walks and 2 left. We're going to the top of the second inning. 2-1 Lemurs. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball, the house of twos.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. By phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
Miller. All right, we're back. We go to the top of the second inning, and coming up to the plate, Mitch Canham. He'll lead it off. He's the catcher, followed by Ryan Lashley. And then Jeremy Hamilton will get an opportunity. Lemurs up 2-1. And Mitch Canham gets a round of boos for some reason. I don't know what he ever did to the Lemurs fans, but he just got a round of boos. Here's the pitch. That one misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. So the Saltdogs scored a run in the first inning. Matt Forgach created it pretty much. Gets a walk. Steals second, steals third, comes home to score on a ground out to third base. Here's the 1-0. Swung and a hot shot up the middle. Look out. That's going to be a base hit for Mitch Canham. Mitch Canham with the night off last night, but he's playing in his 8th game of the year. That is his 11th hit of the season. And he's probably one of the hottest Lincoln Saltdogs. Kind of surprised he had a day off yesterday. Just over the last 2 games in Amarillo, he picked up 5 hits. That's on May 30th and May 31st. He had 3 on the 30th, 2 on the 31st, and he gets 1 here. He has a base hit in every game he's played in except for 1. That was back on May 27th against Gary. Runner at first base and nobody out. The pitch by Lucen, and that one misses high. The batter's Ryan Lashley. Lashley with the grand slam home run yesterday in the 3rd inning. Bases loaded, knocked one over the wall. Lucen out of the stretch. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Who's going to get this one? Taylor, the catcher with his mask off. Now Savario, the new 3rd baseman, comes down in foul territory and makes the catch. Good thing he did, because Taylor really had no chance at it. And that'll be the first down. Here's Jeremy Hamilton. Hamilton working as the designated hitter. He's been designated to hit tonight. He's got that for him. No play in the field. You just focus on your hitting. Hit. 2 ball, 1 Lemurs. And Cannon takes the lead off of first base. He's getting a pretty good lead over there, and a toss over to first base, and he's back in safely. Hamilton in yesterday's game ended up going 0 for 3. He did score a run. And he came in to score a run on the home run. The runner goes. The pitch is outside. The throw down to second base is on a hop. Mojica grabs it. Saves it from going into the outfield, but sliding in safely is Mitch Canham. That's the 3rd stolen base on the game for the Lincoln Saltdogs, and we're only in the 2nd inning. So they like to run, and that was their catcher, by the way, that was just running. He showed some speed there. So back in the box, Jeremy Hamilton. Hitting a paltry 206 right now is Hamilton. 1 ball and no strikes. Lucen, he's ready to go. Checks on the runner, delivers. That one gets a piece of the inside corner for a strike, just a little bit below the belt. A fastball there from Matt Lucen. Top of the 2nd inning here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Sun going down fast, just a splash of sunshine. Can I say it? A splash of sunshine. Seashell by the seashore. As that one misses low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Last season, if you're looking at straightaway center, the 400 mark, and you look up and over that wall, as the 2-1 pitch is being delivered. That one swung on and fouled back. You see the green fence out there, of course, at the 400 marker. And then behind it is a big black wall. That wall used to be painted green for the first 3 seasons of Laredo Lemurs baseball. And then during the offseason, manager Pete Incaviglia asked them to paint it black so they could see a little bit better with the ball coming out of the hand of the pitcher. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Taylor. So now it's a 3-2 count to Jeremy Hamilton. So I thought that was interesting when I got back here. I asked about it, and I said, why is the big wall out there black now? And manager Pete Incaviglia said, well, it's going to be better for the guys to see the ball. And they have that in Grand Prairie, a black background, and I think it helps them out there. So Pete Incaviglia wanted it here. Here's the 3-2. That one misses high, and that's going to be ball 4. So another walk delivered by Matt Lewson. Second walk of the day. And Mitch Canham's at second base, and now Jeremy Hamilton's at first. There's one down. So the Lemurs are going to be looking for a double play ball, and what a double play combination they have. I've seen throughout my time here in the American Association, so we'll see if they get an opportunity to try to turn 2. And we got a new third baseman, Juan Silvario. Here's the pitch to the new batter, Gil Martin, and Gil Martin watches one miss. It'll be interesting to see how Silvario fits in, newcomer to the Laredo Lemurs. He is a third baseman, so that's nice. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and a fly ball hit well into center field. Devontae Richardson going back. He's on the run. He'll reach out. He'll make the catch on the warning track. He'll throw it back in and head him back to first base is Hamilton. Hamilton said, there's no way Richardson's catching that one. I'm going. But the runner at second base, Canham, said, well, I'm staying here at second base. They're going to show it again on the replay. Look at Richardson take off, go towards the 400 marker, and make that catch. He made it up by his face, so that means he got underneath it pretty well. 2 down, and Eddie Young, the batter. I tell you what, it's been fun to watch Devontae Richardson play for the Lemurs so far this year. He has made some tremendous catches, and that being one of them right there. Here's Eddie Young, the number 9 hitter. Runners at first and second and 2 outs now. 2-1 Lemurs. Left-handed batter, Eddie Young. Even though it says on his game notes here that he's a right-handed batter. As the first pitch he sees is a breaking ball. That's over the plate for a strike. 0-1. Lemurs up by a run. Eddie Young starts the day batting .476. He went to the College of UC Riverside. The pitch. That misses high. Eddie Young makes his hometown in El Cajon, California. He had a 6-game hitting streak that was snapped by the Lemurs yesterday. And he was drafted by the White Sox in the 33rd round back in 2008. The 0-1 delivery. Misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Before that, Eddie Young had picked up at least 2 hits in 4 of the games that he's played in. Here's the 2-1. That's low for a ball. So he was off to a hot start, and then he ran into the Laredo Lemurs yesterday and went 0 for 3. He's got a nasty on-base percentage, .542. Getting on base a little bit more than half the time. 3 balls and 1 strike. The delivery. Swung and a line drive right at the first baseman for the Lemurs, Tony Delmonico. He'll snag it out of the air, and that'll be it for the Lincoln Saltdogs. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. We're going to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Lemurs up 2-1. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamu.edu y sé impulsado.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
All right, we head to the bottom of the second inning. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer. And the Lemurs are up 2-1 in the ball game. And here's the new player for the Lemurs, Juan Silvario. I like that name, Silvario. Sounds like a tough guy to me, Silvario. And here's the pitch from Jesse Smith. And Silvario sees one miss high and away. Silvario making his first appearance at the plate for the Laredo Lemurs this season. He's out of the Dominican Republic. Was born in Santiago. He's currently 24 years old, so still pretty young, amazingly young, for as much experience as he has, and we'll tell you a little bit about it as he watches this one miss low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. He started off in the White Sox organization at the age of 17, back in 2008. So remember, he's from the Dominican Republic, so, you know, they play a lot of baseball down there, and they'll put some things on the back burner, one of them being school to go and play some baseball. So at the age of 17, he starts playing ball in the Appalachian League and rookie ball with the Chicago White Sox organization. Here's the pitch, and that one glides across the outside corner for a strike. Just a little bit above the knees, 2 balls and 1 strike. So that was back in 2008. He was in the White Sox organization up to 2012, then saw some time in the Reds organization as well. In fact, last year he played AAA ball as he swings and misses here. Looked like a changeup out of the hand of Jesse Smith. Lemurs up by 1. And 2014 in Louisville, he played 31 games for the Louisville Bats, and that's AAA. He batted .247, picked up 21 hits and 85 at bats. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-1 Lemurs. A deep breath by Jesse Smith. He goes into the full windup. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that one's chopped off of the plate, high in the air to the third baseman, Young. Young with a long throw, and there's no way they're going to get him. Wow, he was fast. So a base hit for Silvario in his very first at bat for the Lemurs. Byron Wiley now the batter, and that thing popped off the plate like it was an AstroTurf hop. Lemurs up by 1. Wiley saying hello to everybody, says hello to the catcher and the umpire, and then goes ahead and digs into the batter's box. So now that Silvario's on the base pass, we'll look at his stolen bases. Well, throughout 7 years in affiliated baseball, he has 31 stolen bases. His high with any team was 6, and he did that twice. So he takes his lead at first base. And Wiley into the batter's box. The pitch. I want to change up on the outside corner. Good placement there, right below the belt of Byron Wiley. No balls and 1 strike. Lemurs up by a run. Wiley coming up to the plate for his first at bat. He's batting in the 9-hole tonight, so the Lemurs will turn it over after this. Silvario with a lean back towards first base as he takes his lead off of the bag. Not quite sure about the move by Jesse Smith. He wants to make sure he understands exactly what Smith can do. The pitch, breaking ball, stays high. 1 ball and 1 strike. So for Silvario, throughout the White Sox organization, I told you he played in Bristol, played for Great Falls in the Pioneer League, Kannapolis in the Sally League, the Kannapolis Indians. Also played for Winston-Salem in the Carolina League. Played there a couple of seasons. And the pitch misses high for a ball. Then when he was in the Reds organization, he spent some time in Bakersfield with the Bakersfield Blaze. And also some time in AA Pensacola. He also played in some Dominican winter ball during the offseason. And last year he was with Pensacola and Louisville. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive right to the second baseman. Silvario off the bag. He'll double him up as he makes the throw to first. Lashley grabbed the ball right before it hit the ground, turned and threw over to first base. And for some reason, Lashley is bent over at the waist out there at second base, and he doesn't seem to feel too good. So Wiley hit the ball well, but right at the second baseman, and it turns into a double play. Those are always hard to swallow. You hit the ball hard, but it goes right at somebody, and not only do you see it go into a glove, but then you get doubled off. That's like tearing off 2 Band-Aids at once. That's not fun. All the hair comes out, and then your scab comes off. And just a lot of pain. That's what Wiley's feeling right now, just a lot of pain. In fact, I would bet he would take a Band-Aid tearing off right now for a base hit. I bet all those guys would. Here's Jimmy Mojica, the top of the order. The pitch, swing, and a hot shot up the third baseline, but it's foul. Jimmy Mojica grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat of the night. We could play the game. What would a ball player do for a base hit? Send in your tweets. Let us know at Laredo Lemurs Baseball, at L Lemurs Baseball. L Lemurs Baseball is our Twitter handle. Here's the 0-1, and that one is high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lemurs up by a run, bottom of 2. Settling in for a long evening here with Lemurs Baseball. Lemurs and Saltdogs going at it. The 1-1 pitch. That one misses low and away. Change up there from the starting pitcher, Jesse Smith. Mojica taps both ends of the plate. Open stamp for Mojica. He's got very quick hands. Here comes the 2-1. That one is low for a ball. Three balls and 1 strike. Jimmy trying to work a walk here maybe. But he should get a pretty good pitch to hit. So let's see if he's fired up for it. Jimmy's got some pop. Here's the 3-1. Swan and a line drive into left field. Forgatch on the run. He'll get there though and catch it at chest level. Easy catch there from Matt Forgatch, and that does it for the Lemurs. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We're going to the top of the 3rd inning. Lemurs up 2-1. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
3, 2, 1, number 1. That's Laredo's number 1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off, not good enough, but 25% off, now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse, not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever, 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering, L-I-T-E? That's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries. Which led to, there's got to be a better way to look up words. Which led to the invention of spell check. Which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite. We invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
For the Lincoln Saltdogs, as we go to the top of the third inning, it's going to be the top of the order. Matt Forgatch, Brian Joint, and then John Gaston coming up to the plate. Forgatch reached on a walk back in the first, stole second, stole third, came in to score on a ground out. He created that run all by himself. 2-1 Lemurs. And here's Matt Lucen retowing the rubber for the Laredo Lemurs. So I'll tell you a little bit about Lucen, where he's been throughout his career. Always fun to talk about these guys. Here's the pitch. That one is high and away. One of my favorite things about Matt Lucen, he's got a little story. He threw a no-hitter before. That's pretty cool, huh? He's got a no-hitter under his belt when he was with the Daytona Cubs. The 1-0 pitch is high for a ball. We'll actually have to sit down with him and talk about that one day. Be fun to learn about his no-no and how it all came together. Lucen delivers. That one swung on a ground ball up to the third baseman. Silvario has it from the grass. He'll fling it over to first base, and that'll be in time to get Forgatch out. One down. Yeah, he threw a no-hitter against the Dunedin Blue Jays when he played in the Florida State League. He was playing for the Daytona Cubs at the time, high A ball in the Florida State League. That was back on July 8th of 2013. He walked only 2 batters as the Cubs went on to win 7-0. New batter Brian Joint getting ready to step in. Lemurs up by 1. It was the Daytona Cubs' first no-hitter since the 96 season when Kerry Wood, Darrell Brown, and Brandon Hammock combined to throw a no-no for Daytona. Here's the pitch, and that one's high and tight. So that was 1994. It was August 4th, 1994 when Kerry Wood, Darrell Brown, and Brandon Hammock combined. And then here comes Matt Lucen in 2013 doing it. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung and a line drive foul up the third baseline. 1 ball and 1 strike to Joint. So pretty interesting. Matt Lucen was drafted by the Cubs in the 23rd round back in 2010. He was drafted out of Jacksonville University. Spent 5 seasons in the Cubs organization, putting up a 30-win and 24-loss record and a 4.39 ERA over 105 games. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lucen winds and throws, and that one is a strike on the outside corner, placed properly at the knees. Top of the third inning. The sun is completely behind us. There is no sun on the field anymore. So the light's taking over. They're strong. Here's the 1-2. Swing, and that one's fouled off of Kevin Taylor, the catcher for the Lemurs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matt Lucen attended Chaminade High School, and as a senior at Chaminade, he was named the Nassau Player of the Year. He was also the CHSSA's Pitcher of the Year. He played 4 years of varsity baseball and put up a 23-3 record. Ridiculous. No wonder he was drafted by the Cubs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shakes off 1 pitch, likes the next. He'll deliver. Breaking ball swung on, hit high in the air into left field. It looks like it's going to be a foul ball, and it is. It landed on top of the playland down the left field line. There's a little play place for kids down the left field line here at Uni-Trade Stadium, and it's covered by a netted tent. So in case any balls go down there, the little kids will not get plunked. It's a nice feature, not only the playground, but the net. Here comes the 1-2 kick and deal, and that one is swung on and missed. And Brian Joint goes flailing after that one. That's the first strikeout for Lucin in the game. 2 down. And John Gaston's going to be the next batter. Matt Lucin will bring a fastball, a slider, a curveball, and a changeup. So those are his pitches. Throughout the Cubs organization, he made stops in Boise, Idaho in the Northwest League, Peoria in the Midwest League. We told you about Daytona in the Florida State League with the Cubs. He also made it up to Double-A Tennessee. That was his highest outing right there with Tennessee. The pitch, Gaston. No one misses outside. Spent a couple seasons in Tennessee. Was there in 2011. Pitched a couple of games there that year. Made it back up in 2013 and pitched in 16 games. In 2014 as well, as the next pitch misses low. 2014, he pitched in 26 games at the Double-A level. Now he finds himself here with the Laredo Lemurs. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on, that's popped up, but back out of play. Lemurs up by a run. We're in the top of the third. A nice leisurely pace to this ball game so far tonight. Tomorrow's a travel day for both of these clubs. Both Lincoln and Laredo will get in the bus. The Lemurs will head up to Fargo, North Dakota. Here's the pitch, a check swing by John Gaston. And the Lincoln Saltdogs, they are not scheduled to play on Thursday, neither are the Lemurs. But Lincoln will be back at home for the Friday game. They'll play Wichita. Now the umpire talking with Gaston. It's a 2-1 count. And Lucin stepping back, and I think he wants a new baseball. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 down. It's around a 20 plus. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that one Gaston. So another base runner on here for the Saltdogs with 2 down. Gaston will head up to first base. So the Saltdogs have had a base runner in every inning so far, and they scored a run back in the first. Ziegler steps out of the batter's box and takes a practice swing. Now he's going to get back in and get ready for his first pitch against Matt Lucin in this at-bat. Ziegler flew out to left field in his last at-bat. 2-1 Lemurs. Gaston looks like he wants to run. And a toss over to first. They almost have him picked off, but Gaston gets back in. I don't remember Gaston being too speedy. He has 2 stolen bases this year. Had 2 stolen bases last year in a shortened season for him due to injury. And another toss to first, and he dives back in safely this time. When he was with the Lemurs in 2013, in 45 games, he stole 7 bases. So he can do it. And in a 2-out situation, it's not a bad time to try. And another toss to first, and Gaston was still trying to walk out his lead. He gets back safely again. 2 outs in the inning. 3 hits for Laredo, 1 hit for Lincoln. Lincoln wearing their red uniforms today. Red tops, blue numbers and letters, gold outline. Lucin likes the call from Taylor. Gaston with his lead. The pitch. That one hits the strike zone at the bottom part of it. That was a breaking ball from Matt Lucin. No balls and 1 strike. So Ziegler, a big boy in the batter's box, and another toss to first base. Ziegler, 6'5" and 245 pounds. He was a Cardinals draft pick in the 37th round back in 2007 out of the University of Arizona. He decided not to come out that year and then was drafted by the Giants in the 16th round of 2008, so he moved up quite a bit. The 0-1, swung on a line drive. Jimmy Mojica leaps, but it's over his glove and into left field for a hit. So a 2-out rally being put together by the Lincoln Saltdogs. And Mitch Canham coming up to the plate. And this guy's probably the hottest Salt Dog coming up right now. Even though he took yesterday off, he started right back up where he left off, picking up a base hit in his first at bat. By the way, Ziegler played 2 years in the Giants organization, reaching up to high A ball with the San Jose Giants back in 2009. That was the year before the Giants won the World Series in 2010, so he probably saw quite a few big names. Pablo Sandoval, Brandon Crawford, maybe Sergio Romo was down there. 2-1 lead for the Lemurs. Here's the pitch, and that one is low for a ball. So Canham at the plate. That's from the left side. But that last base hit for him in the second inning now has 11 hits on the year. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch, breaking ball. That's the curve. That finds the outside corner. Nicely placed there by Matt Lucen. Does a good job getting that one over the plate. Especially falling behind 1 ball and no strikes. You usually wouldn't expect a guy to come back with a curveball to try to get a strike. But that's exactly what Lucen did on a 1-0 count. You know the pitcher wants to get a strike over the plate. You would think fastball. Here's the 1-1. That one is a changeup low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ryan Lashley on deck. But 2 outs in the inning, so the Lemurs going to try to get 1 out here and go back to hitting. Lucen peers in underneath that black and gold cap. Shakes his head yes. And the 2-1 kick. Here it is, and that one's swung on and a line drive into center field. Richardson on the run. He'll make the dive, but he won't come up with the ball. Gaston's going to score. Being waved home is Ziegler. The ball's out by the Popeye sign in left center field. Coming in with the triple is the catcher, Cannon. Man, he will get in there safely, and he has 2 RBIs, and the Lincoln Saltdogs have the lead. So a triple for Canham. And that's going to bring up Ryan Lashley. 3-2 Lincoln. So a triple and 2 RBIs. I told you he was hot. And he shows it right there. Ziegler scoring all the way from first base. Gaston from second on the play. Lemurs find themselves down 3-2. Each team now with 3 hits. And it was back-to-back hits for the Saltdogs. A walk to Gaston, a base hit by Ziegler, now a triple by Canham. Here's the pitch to Lashley, and Lashley will lash at it and foul it back. Remember Lashley with the grand slam in yesterday's ball game. Lucen deals home, and that one is a strike on the outside corner, right at the knees. Good placement there with an 87-mile-an-hour fastball. I was talking to the Lincoln broadcaster today, Drew Bontinelli. I think him and I both agree that the miles per hour on the fastballs up there are probably not right. They're probably a little bit low. Here's the 0-2, and that one is swung and missed. A very high fastball, and swinging through it is Lashley, but that's going to do it for the Lincoln Saltdogs, but not before they come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. There are no errors and 1 left. They take a 3-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people. Epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Lincoln has taken the lead. They're up 3-2 in this one. And for the Lemurs, it's going to be 2, 3, and 4. Kevin Taylor, Bell Nieves, and Dennis Phipps coming up to the plate against starting pitcher Jesse Smith. Jesse Smith, by the way, 34 years old right now. 6'2", 230 pounds. He's out of Gilbert, Arizona. So Taylor in his first at bat picked up a single. This is his second at bat of the night here. Left-handed batter all the way in the very back of the batter's box, and the pitch. That one is high. Taylor's first time catching the Lemurs tonight. So he's working behind the plate for Laredo. He's been working either second base or third base quite a bit for the Lemurs so far this year. He's looked good everywhere he's played so far. The 1-0. That one is high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Lemurs down a run. So here's a little bit about starting pitcher Jesse Smith. Currently 4th in the American Association with a .73 ERA. So he's done a nice job there. In fact, over his first 2 outings, he's done nice. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the kick on the throw home, and that one is swung. And off the end of the bat, it's cued up the third baseline. In front of it, Young, the third baseman, throws hard over to first. And safe over there is the call for Kevin Taylor. He beat it out. Well, the ball was hit off the end of the bat, and it was kind of cued to the third baseman, and it took a wild hop. When it hit the ground, it kind of spun over to the right of to the third baseman's right, so he had to scooch over a little bit to get in front of it. He did so, but that made the throw a little bit longer. So Taylor's on with an infield base hit, and here's a Bell Nieves. Now the umpire wants to look at the baseball after it was hit so funny. It was right off the end of the bat, which gave it some kind of reverse motion. So yeah, Jesse Smith was off to a good start here in the American Association in his first outing against Kansas City on May 22nd. He pitched in 6 innings, gave up only 1 run on 3 hits. He struck out 3 and faced 21 batters that day. Here's the pitch, and that one is low. Lincoln ended up taking a loss in that ball game, 4-2, and that was the only win this year for Kansas City so far. Remember, Kansas City is 1-9 on the season. 1 ball and no strikes. Now Smith is going to step off the back of the rubber. His next outing against the Gary South Shore Railcats, and this was back in Lincoln, by the way, he picked up a victory. The pitch. Swinging a line drive into right center field. On the run, Gaston. Gaston will not get there. Around second and heading into the third base is Taylor. Going in with the double is Abel Nieves. Here comes the throw, but Abel is in there standing. So now runners at second and third for the Lemurs. And they are down 3-2 right now, but threatening with nobody out and runners at second and third. That'll bring up the hot hitting Dennis Phipps. Well, with the hot hitting Devontre Richardson right behind him, I don't know if they'll try to pitch around Phipps or not. Phipps definitely one of those guys that could be an MVP candidate in this league this year. And he is doing well. He walked in his first at bat of the night. 3-2 Lincoln. And Smith throws, and that one swung on a line drive to left, but it's going to go foul. And a young man almost made a nice catch down the left field line. So against Gary for Smith, he pitched 6 1/3, did not allow a run on 3 hits. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 3. So like I said, off to a good start for him. He's officially 1-0 with a .73 ERA. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, a changeup there. Phipps way out in front. Smith was drafted by the Anaheim Angels in the 6th round back in 2003, so a pretty high draft pick. He was drafted out of his community college in Oglesby, Illinois. He sets, he kicks high, he throws home, and that one's lined up the middle. Gaston coming on, and it's going to fall for a hit. 1 run's in for the Lemurs. Taylor scores. Abel Nieves moves up to 3rd, and the Lemurs have tied it up. It's now a 3-3 ball game. Here comes Devontre Richardson up to the plate. Richardson batting in the 5 spot tonight. All knotted up at 3. High fives all around as the runner Kevin Taylor goes into the dugout. Lemurs showing some life again tonight after putting up a 12 spot last night. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown by Richardson. He'll take it for a strike on the end. Played in Salt Lake. The 0-1. Swing and a ground ball up to the 3rd baseman. Young has it. He'll flip to 2nd for 1. Back over to 1st. It's not in time. Richardson is safe over at 1st base, and Phipps is out at 2nd, so there's going to be 1 out in the inning. Abel Nieves did not break for home on the play. Nice play there by the 3rd baseman, Young. And Tony Delmonico will be the batter now for the Lemurs. All tied at 3. For Smith, his career ERA at the AA level is 5.04. That's over 184 innings. He posted a 9-16 record in AA ball with the Angels. Since his last appearance in affiliated ball was back in 2008, he's played 3 years. He played 3 years with the Orange County Flyers of the Golden Baseball League, 2 seasons in the North American League, and that was with the team in Maui. And in 2014, he played with the San Rafael Pacifics in the Pacific Association. Runners at the corners for Laredo, 1 down. A 3-3 tie, and Delmonico at the plate. Here's the delivery. That one is low for a ball. Delmonico checked his swing, and the umpire at 1st base says he did not go around, so they check in with Sean Hicks. And a new baseball put into play. The moon has come up over the horizon. It is orange. It's over the right field wall. Well, not over the right field wall in fair territory. In foul territory, it's up over the right field wall. Looks pretty neat. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners at the corners. 1 out. Smith throws home. Richardson runs. The ball is lined into center field. Gaston will get there. Richardson has to go all the way back, and the throw is not going to be in time. Abel Nieves tags and goes home. So Nieves tags, goes home on the play, so it's going to be a sacrifice fly. Down to the 2nd out in the inning. Richardson was running on the play, so he had to hustle to get back. The strong arm of Gaston being shown off there. Lemurs now take the lead. They're up 4-3. And here's Matt Pageant. Pageant in his first at bat, he grounded out to the 2nd baseman. So the Lemurs do not wait long to regain the lead. They were up 2-1 after the 1st inning. And then in the top of the 3rd, the Saltdogs scored a couple of runs and took a 3-2 lead. A toss over to 1st, and Richardson back in safely. The Lemurs come right back here in the bottom of the 3rd inning and put up a 2 spot of their own. Silvario is on deck for Laredo as Pageant gets back into the batter's box. Richardson with a pretty good lead at 1st. Long hold by Smith, and now a toss over to 1st base. So it is a situation where Richardson can run. There's 2 outs here and a big guy at the plate, Matt Pageant. Might not be a bad idea to try to get into scoring position for Matt. And with the speed that Richardson has, you even more of a good idea. If he can get a good jump, he might go. The pitch, that one misses high, and he doesn't go that time. Matt Pageant will get back into that compact stance that he has. Waves the bat over the plate a couple of times. Smith out of the stretch will fire home, and that one swung on and a one-hopper right back to Smith, the pitcher. He'll run halfway over to first base, underhand flip, and that'll take care of Matt Pageant and the Lemurs. But not before they come up with 2 runs on 3 hits. There are no errors and 1 left. We're going to the top of the 4th. The Lemurs are up by 1. It's a 4-3 ball game. Cameron Songer's on next. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Lemurs take a lead there in the the bottom of the 3rd inning. They're up 4-3 over the Lincoln Saltdogs. The bottom half of the order coming up from Lincoln, and to take you through the 4th, 5th, and 6th, here's Cameron Songer.
Thanks, Bill. It'll be Jeremy Hamilton, Mike Gilmartin, and Eddie Young due up this inning for the Saltdogs, facing Matt Lucen out there for a 4th inning of work, trying to settle down a little bit now that he has the lead. See what he's able to do after that last inning, where the Saltdogs were able to get 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. The Lemurs have that 4-3 lead. Jeremy Hamilton digs into the left-handed batter's box to face the right-handed pitcher, Matt Lucen. First pitch of the top of the 4th inning. Misses low and away. And the count is 1-0. Jeremy Hamilton on the day, 0-for-0, walked in his first plate appearance back in the 2nd inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Lucen. From the windup, swung on, lofted down the 3rd base line and into the stands. Diving effort by a kid there on the grass, not able to make the catch. Souvenir for a lucky fan, and the count goes to 1-1. Jeremy Hamilton, in his 2nd season with the Lincoln Saltdogs, played his college ball at Wright State University back in the day. He's 28 years old now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded back up the middle. This is playable by Mojica at short. He has to wait for it, makes the long throw over to first, and it's in time for the out. Mojica patient, let that ball kind of come to him. He didn't try to charge it. As a guy with experience playing in this ballpark, even though this is just his 2nd game with the Lemurs this season, he knew what he was expecting there at shortstop, and there's 1 away in the top of the 4th inning. Hamilton is retired. Now Mike Gilmartin will come and try his luck. Another lefty. 2 straight lefties here in the bottom of the order for the Saltdogs. It's Mike Gilmartin, another guy in his 2nd season with the Saltdogs. He's looking for his first hit today. First pitch. Misses low and away. Yesterday, Gilmartin 1-for-3 and struck out once. He comes into tonight's game hitting .205 on the season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Delivered by Lucen, swung on, hit down the 3rd base line. This one's hooking foul, and it gets out of play. Wow, nice charge into that. Just .325 down the 3rd base line. And, I didn't think that had much of a chance, but that was actually pretty close and pretty deep. So a nice little poke there by Mike Gilmartin, but he has to come back and try to do it again. 1-1 is the count, 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Laredo has taken a 4-3 lead thanks to 2 runs for each team back in that 3rd inning. Cameron Songer here with you. Bill Harrington here as well. This is the second game of a 3-game set. The Lemurs won last night's action by a final score of 12-5, trying to keep the hot bats going. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Lucen. Misses high. Fastball, 86 miles an hour there. Matt Lucen, a former 23rd round pick of the Chicago Cubs out of Jacksonville University. Played in the Cubs organization for 5 years, starting 84 games. This one popped up in the air into the outfield, shallow and playable. Who's going to get under it? Richardson in center field doesn't have to move very far, and he grabs it for out number 2. A can of corn there by Mike Gilmartin, and just like that, there's 2 away in the Saltdogs half of the 4th inning. So Eddie Young, the number 9 hitter now, trying to spark a 2-out rally. 25-year-old, calls El Cajon, California home, making his 8th appearance this season with the Saltdogs. He was 0 for 3 yesterday, and that snapped a 6-game hitting streak. So a guy who's been hitting the ball pretty well comes into tonight's action hitting .476. He's 0 for 1 on the day. A 3rd straight left-handed batter in the batter's box for the Saltdogs in this 4th inning. Lucen winds and delivers, and that one just misses. This umpire, Mr. Wilson, Mitch Wilson, behind the plate, it really takes a long time calling balls and strikes sometimes, so you got to wait the extra split second. Here's the 1-0. This one right at the letters, and again, called a ball. This one kind of shot up out of his stance and let you know that he wasn't thinking about calling that a strike. So pretty close, but here's the 2-0 to Eddie Young. Swung on, hit this one over the head of the second baseman. Nieves went full extension. He couldn't get to it, and it's a 2-out single here for Eddie Young as that ball bounces into right field, thrown back in. Eddie Young will stand on first base. The lineup will turn over here for the Saltdogs. Young's first hit of the game. And, it's hard to keep Eddie Young down for long this season. Of course, it's a completely different story from the last 2 seasons. 2013 with Sioux City, he hit .174. Last year with Lincoln, he hit .193. And now this season, he's flirting with .475. So all of these guys can play. It's just a matter of getting the right breaks and getting into a rhythm. Eddie Young is in one in the early going. First pitch, fastball in there to Matt Forgach. Forgach 0 for 1 today, a walk, and came around to score in the first inning, the first run of the game. So Matt Lucen still working out there, trying to get a good quality start here for the Lemurs and maybe save their bullpen a little bit. Pickoff throw goes over to first, nearly gets him. That was close. Young has to dive back in. Cannot fall asleep with Matt Lucen on the mound. He has that good pickoff move, and we saw it right there. 0-1 is the count to Matt Forgach. Lemurs leading 4-3 in the top of the 4th inning. Runner on first with 2 away. Another pickoff throw over to first. This time not sliding in, just dancing back in is Young, and he's able to get back. Matt Forgach at the plate. Played his college ball at Pepperdine. He is in his 3rd season with the Saltdogs. 3rd consecutive season. He also played with them in 2012 for part of the season. Played for 3 teams in the American Association in that 2012 season. So he looks at a ball and misses just a bit outside there, the fastball. 1-1 now the count. Matt Forgach played 2012 with the Lemurs, Saltdogs, and Railcats. 2013 with the Saltdogs, 2014 with the Saltdogs. He is a familiar face in the American Association. Another pickoff throw. Lucen tries delivering. This time it was a little bit offline, and Delmonico has to hop off the bag to go grab it. Forgach never played any affiliated baseball. All of his professional baseball experience is in the American Association. And during the offseason, he's an assistant baseball coach at Caltech. Dealing with some smarty pants out there. Pitch, the runner's going, got a great jump. The throw to second is on a line, and it's not in time. Cannon shown off by Taylor, but a terrific jump by Eddie Young there. And the one time Lucen doesn't try to look at the runner and hold him on first base, and it comes back to bite him. That was a terrific throw by Taylor. Mojica tried applying the tag, but it just, you could tell just the way Eddie Young took off. There was no way that was going to work. Now Pete Incaviglia will come out and meet with his pitcher. I'm not sure if part of this is to go talk to the umpire as well, as that was a pretty close play, but I just had a sense as the runner was going. It looks like he's just going straight to the pitching mound. Doesn't feel like getting on the wrong side of these umpires yet. We've seen Incaviglia get tossed from, I believe, 2 games already this season. And he's been in some arguments as well, so definitely a guy who's not afraid to let the umpires know how he feels. He's not doing that this time. One of those times he came out and argued and ended up lighting a fire under his team. They came back and walked off. That was in the 2nd game of the season. Now the whole infield comes in. Home plate umpire Mitch Wilson wants to break up this party on the mound. We would tell you if there's any action in the Laredo Lemurs bullpen, but we can't see it. It's over the right field fence. and completely blocked by that green fence out there in right field. So the only way we could tell you is if the Lemurs up is we can kind of try to count. There's a little platform for the Lemurs pitchers to watch the game over the right field fence. We can try to count how many guys are sitting out there. It looks like it's not the full staff who's sitting there, so there's probably somebody out there at least warming up a little bit, but no idea how ready an arm would be. Incaviglia makes his way back into the dugout. There's a runner on second, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning as the Saltdogs are trying to come back. They're down 4-3. 2-1 is the count to Matt Forgatch, the leadoff hitter for the Saltdogs today. He's 0 for 1, a walk and a ground out. Here's a 2-1 pitch by Lucen, breaking second on the previous pitch. And now Lucen tries to settle down and get out of this jam. 2-2 is the count, 2 outs, and a runner on second. 1-run lead for the Lemurs. Matt Forgatch steps back into the box. He had called time. Wanted to adjust his cleats a little bit. Lucen sets. Glances over his shoulder. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's in the dirt, blocked behind the plate by Taylor. He scoops it up and makes the throw back over to the mound. And now the count is full on Matt Forgatch. With first base open, there's the potential to walk him, but Forgatch is a .268 hitter on the season. But in the midst of a pretty good hitting streak, 3 games and hit safely in 4 out of his last 5. So seeing the ball pretty well after a start that saw him hitting just .059 at the start of that series against Gary back on May 26th. 3-2, 2 outs, runner on second. Here's the pitch by Lucen. Swung on, hit in the air down the first base line. It's in no man's land in shallow right field, but getting under it is Nieves, the second baseman. He will squeeze it for out number 3. Lemurs get out of the jam. The Saltdogs get 1 hit, leave a man on second base, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 4-3 Lemurs.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We're proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide. South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Back here in Laredo, as we have at least one defensive substitution here for the Lincoln Saltdogs, as C.J. Ziegler has moved from first to third. He'll replace Eddie Young over there at third base, and now playing first base is Ryan Wiggins, listed as a catcher on their roster. That's at least the one move we've seen so far, as we'll try to read the numbers of the Lincoln Saltdogs players and tell you what else is going on for them defensively. Jesse Smith still out there on the mound. He's back out for a 4th inning of work. He will face 8-9-1 for the Lemurs here in the bottom of the 4th, as the Lemurs try to tack on more to a 4-3 lead. They have 4 runs on 6 hits, and for the Saltdogs, they have 3 runs on 4 hits. Jesse Smith the 6'2", 230-pound right-handed pitcher, facing Juan Silverio, making his Lemurs debut here today. He's already 1 for 1 on the young season. Pitch to Silverio, swung on, hit into the outfield, going back in left field to the track, to the wall. See ya later. How's that for a debut, Juan Silverio? 2 for 2, and there's his first home run in a Lemurs uniform. Make it 5-3 Laredo. A no-doubter off the bat of Juan Silverio. In his first foray into independent baseball, he's having himself a ball game. That was a big hit, and Smith knew it as soon as that ball was hit. A token effort there by Forgatch out in left field. You can kiss that baseball goodbye. So a solo shot by Juan Silverio to lead off the 4th inning for the Lemurs. That gives them the 5-3 lead. Now Byron Wiley to the plate. 0 for 1, grounded into a double play in his first plate appearance. Wiley in the left-handed batter's box takes that one inside for a ball. Wiley's a good hitter, just hasn't really shown it yet this season. Hitting 143 coming into tonight's game, but is second in the league in walks drawn with 11. So a good hitter, and we'll see if pitchers keep challenging him or what. Shows bunt, pulls back, called strike there. So 1-1 now the count to Byron Wiley, the number 9 hitter, and playing left field for the Lemurs here today. Wiley, a former 22nd round pick of the Cincinnati Reds in 2008 from Kansas State University. Played 3 seasons in the Reds organization and hit .274. Also spent part of 2010 with the Diamondbacks organization. Looks at that one, and it's called ball 2. Breaking ball there, runs a bit inside. Jesse Smith trying to settle down. And for a guy who came into tonight's game, this is his 3rd start of the season. He was 4th in the American Association with a 0.73 ERA. That one's going straight up, and he'll fall off the leaderboard there in that category in the American Association. Lemurs already have 5 runs through 4 innings and looking to add more. Breaking ball misses low there to Wiley, and Wiley tried to draw another walk. He is so good at doing that. This is his 2nd season with the Lemurs. A year ago, in 47 games with Laredo, he drew 31 walks and struck out 51 times. This season, he's struck out 9 times and drawn 11 walks, so he keeps up this pace, he'll set a new career high in walks. 3-1 pitch on the way to Wiley. Swung on, hit towards second base. That's going to get through into right field. Byron Wiley has a hit. And that's 2 days in a row now with a hit for Byron Wiley. He stands on first base, still no outs. We'll see how much longer Jesse Smith is allowed to go on the mound for the Saltdogs. Wiley follows up the leadoff home run by Juan Silverio with a single. Just like that, the Lemurs are in position to add to this 2-run lead. Lineup turns over here for the Lemurs. Jimmy Mojica, another new Lemur. This is just his 2nd game with the team. He's out there at the plate, trying to keep the rally going. Infield is at double play depth, as they will try to turn 2 and swing the momentum here. Mojica, Laredo native, who played his college ball at Kansas City Community College, is at the plate. In the right-handed batter's box, takes a cutter inside for ball 1. That one didn't have a lot of motion on it. I think that was supposed to set up high and tight and then break over the plate. It just never broke, and Mojica has to duck out of the way. Mojica 0 for 2 so far today. Ground out and a fly out. Trying to produce here from the top of the order. 1-0 pitch from Smith. From the stretch, he delivers. Swung on and grounded past the shortstop. Gil Martin gave chase to that one, and it's a single for Jimmy Mojica. 3 straight hits for the Lemurs here to start off the 4th inning. But Byron Wiley advances to second base. And they have a man in scoring position. It's already 5-3. They already have 1 across in the bottom of the 4th. And looking for more, Jesse Smith out there on the mound just looks exasperated. The 34-year-old checking his cleats for some dirt. Looks like we'll get a mound visit here from Canham. And the pitching coach, Chuck Stewart. And this is probably just a settle down kind of thing. Let's take a glance down to the Lincoln Saltdogs bullpen. Looks like no one's throwing yet. They're just out there stretching, waving some arms around, trying to get pumped up, as they know that any of those guys in the bullpen might have their number called very soon, but not yet. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Lemurs 5, Saltdogs 3. After yesterday's slugfest of a game, Lemurs trying to shore up the pitching while keep the bats hot. Laredo won that game 12-5 to snap a 3-game skid. Both of these teams come into tonight's action with a 4-7 record. As this mound visit continues, home plate umpire will come and break it up. Working his way back To the dugout is pitching coach Chuck Stewart in his first season with the Lincoln Saltdogs. Both of the managers for these teams are prolific in their own right. Pete Incaviglia for the Lemurs, a former major leaguer, and so is Lincoln manager Ken Oberkfell. Ken Oberkfell, a 16-year vet, edges Incaviglia by a couple years, and Ken Oberkfell also has a ring to his name, a 1982 World Series champion with the Cardinals. He's the skipper for the Saltdogs in his third season out there in Lincoln. First pitch to Kevin Taylor. Misses low and away on the breaking ball. 1-0 the count to Kevin Taylor. 2 for 2 already today, a pair of singles. And he came around to score both times in the first and third inning. Now trying to do it again in the fourth inning. No outs, runners on first and second for the Lemurs. Smith looks over his shoulder at second base, no one covering. He'll deliver from the stretch. This one misses away. Another breaking ball from Jesse Smith. Last season, Jesse Smith appeared in 98 and a third innings, 3.75 ERA, 73 strikeouts, 36 walks. That was with the San Rafael Pacifics in the Pacific Association. Here's the 1-0. It's in there. Check that was a 2-0, and it's in there for a strike. Scoreboard trying to keep up with the action. Pace of the game has surprisingly actually sped up here since the first inning. The whole first inning combined, top and bottom, in which we saw 3 total runs, took about half an hour. So these teams certainly not concerned with bedtime for the local kids here in Laredo. Fastball, that one misses just low. Smith not happy. You hear a little sigh of discontent from the Saltdogs dugout right in front of us down the third base line. The Lemurs are down the first base line. They're wearing their black jerseys with the gold writing and gold numbers, white pants, and the Saltdogs wearing red jerseys, red hats, and gray pants. Runners on first and second. Here's the 3-1 to Kevin Taylor. That one misses high, and it's a walk that will load the bases. Jesse Smith yet to record an out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Gave up a leadoff homer to Silverio on the first pitch, and then back-to-back singles, and then the walk. So the bases are now loaded. No outs for Abel Nieves. An opportunity for him to break this game open. Nieves yesterday 2 hits. Didn't knock in any runs. Did come around to score a run. He has just 3 RBIs on this season. Usually bats pretty high up in the order. Batting in the 3 spot here today. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. Nowhere to put Nieves here, with the bases juiced. And the Saltdogs already facing a 2-run deficit. Abel Nieves can be pretty selective at the plate. The only thing to avoid is grounding into a double play. Defense is pretty much at double play depth with the bases loaded and no outs. The corners of the infield not even really playing in. Here's the 1-0 to Nieves. Swung on, hit this one back out towards right field. Charging and making the catch is Joint. And from third base, Wiley not able to tag up. So a low line drive that just kind of hangs up there by Nieves. An unproductive out, and there's one away for the Lemurs in their half of the fourth. I thought that one was sinking quickly enough into no man's land, but a good beat on that ball by Joint out there in right field. And he squeezes for the first out. So Nieves now 1 for 2 on the day. And Dennis Phipps will come to the plate. He's 1 for 1, an RBI single and a walk. Hasn't come around to score any runs. And now it's his turn to have an opportunity to break this game open. Bases full of Lemurs. They're up 2 runs in the bottom of the fourth inning, and there's 1 out. Trying to make it 2 wins in a row over the Lincoln Saltdogs. Jesse Smith out there on the mound, trying to eat up some innings. Here's the pitch to Phipps. Big breaking ball, and that's in there for a strike. Freezing Phipps. That one had a lot of motion to it. Dennis Phipps, 6'2", 220 pounds, a 29-year-old from the Dominican Republic. He is in his second season with the Lemurs. Hit .335 a year ago, .349 so far this year. 0-1 pitch to Phipps. Another breaking ball. This time it just stays up there, stays upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. Fans trying to will Phipps to hit this one into the gap and really plate some runs here for Laredo. After a series against the St. Paul Saints that saw the red-hot St. Paul Saints come in and sweep the Lemurs, and the Lemurs were shut out in the third and final game of that series. It's nice to see the bats get going again. 1-1 pitch on the way to Phipps. Swung on. Hit foul down the first base line. Over the backstop, over the stadium, and into the parking lot. Dennis Phipps now down to his last strike here with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Lemurs trying to tack on to a 5-3 lead. Dennis Phipps yesterday, one of the better players for the Lemurs. 3 for 6, came around and scored, had an RBI double, but did strike out twice. So feast or famine for Phipps in yesterday's ball game. That 12-5 win for the Lemurs. From the stretch, Smith delivers 1-2, swung on, blooped. This one will barely leave the infield. The umpire's not signaling the infield fly. There it is, and it's caught at second base by Lashley. They'll trot it back in. So the runners remain on all 3 bases, and here comes Devontre Richardson. Saltdogs now just one more good at bat by their pitcher Smith from dodging a bases-loaded jam. This could be a momentum turner in this game. Phipps with the pop out. Now Richardson to the plate. 1 for 2, a single and a fielder's choice. He did knock in a run on that fielder's choice back in the 3rd inning. Nowhere to put Devontre Richardson. He had that home run for the Lemurs yesterday, his first of the season. He's hitting .386 on the year. 2 runs batted in yesterday's game, 3 hits and 5 at-bats. Swings and hits this one well towards right field. Retreating is Joint. Will he get under it? He appears to be, and he squeezes for the 3rd and final out. Lemurs do plate 1 in the bottom of the 4th on the leadoff home run by Juan Silverio, but the Saltdogs dodge a major bullet. We will head to the top of the 5th inning. It's Lemurs 5, Saltdogs 3.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care 1 athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Welcome back to Uni-Trade Stadium. Lemurs with the 5-3 lead. Matt Lucen got that second run of support, that second insurance run, thanks to a leadoff home run in the 4th inning by Juan Silverio. It's 5-3 in this game. Matt Lucen back out there on the mound for a 5th inning of work, trying to save the Lemurs bullpen a little bit after yesterday's starter Brent went just 2 1/3. Ends up seeing a bunch of different Lemurs relievers, and as Brian Joint digs into the right-handed batter's box to start off the Saltdogs 5th, he had to adjust his helmet a little bit. He will finally step in there. Joint 0 for 2 today. Saltdogs have 2, 3, and 4 due up in the top half of the 5th. For the Lemurs so far, 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. And for the Saltdogs, 3 runs on 4 hits. Here's the first pitch to Joint. Misses high and away. Fastball there, measuring 86 miles an hour on the radar gun. Brian Joint, 30 years old, 6'3", 215 pounds. And he is a veteran of the American Association, to say the least. Swings through that one and misses, 1-1. Played 2011 with Winnipeg, Kansas City, and El Paso. 2012 and 2013 with the El Paso Diablos, back when they were in the American Association. And this is his third season in Lincoln. 1-1 pitch to Joint. This is inside. So Joint has a nice little 4-game hitting streak going for himself. Comes into tonight's action hitting .302. Still looking for his first hit there. Took ball 2 there, low and inside. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Lucen. Breaking ball, and it's in there on the outer half. I don't think Joint agrees with the call, but that's the call nonetheless. 2-2 now the count to Brian Joint. .302 average so far this season, 5 runs batted in, and 1 home run. It's Matt Lucen, the 6'1" righty for the Lemurs, tries to keep it going. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and tapped foul off the catcher. Check that, he did get a piece of it. He was walking back towards the dugout like he was, done, and the ball dropped. It trickled back towards the Lemurs dugout, so he must have gotten a piece of it, because otherwise you're allowed to try to take first base on that. Joint, of course, knows that. Matt Lucen back out there on the mound. Lucen spent 5 seasons in the Cubs organization, a total of 105 games, 84 starts. Spent 3 seasons at the AA level with Tennessee in the Cubs organization. 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit foul, and it doesn't appear to be playable over the Lemurs dugout. And it looks like that might stay in the yard, bouncing around the club level seating and over their heads. So Lucen, this is his 3rd start this season with the Lemurs, and his longest start already, if he can record an out here in the 5th inning. His last start, he went just 4 full. 2-2 pitch on the way to Joint. Swung on, hit back up the middle. Richardson on his horse out in center field. It's falling quickly. Diving catch, and Richardson has it. Holy cow. That was awesome. Joint is still rounding the bases. I don't think he can believe it. Give him a tip of the cap for that. Full extension on the dive there by Devontre Richardson out in center field. My goodness. Another look at that on the replay here on the stream. Wow. He read it perfectly coming off the bat. And going the slip and slide route there in the outfield as he slides through. So scored a routine F8, but nothing routine about that play. Joint is retired to start the 5th inning here for the Saltdogs. Devontre Richardson, former Florida State Seminole, a 2-sport athlete there, played baseball and football, was a quarterback for that team. Actually got some reps, threw some touchdowns, ran for some touchdowns. He was a ball player. He was not your scout team guy. Of course, he wasn't the starter on that team, but backed up a guy like, I believe, Christian Ponder at the time was his contemporary there and the starter during Richardson's time. He ultimately decided to go with baseball, and it's paying off for him with a play like that. This one swung on and fouled back into the net. The count goes to 1-1 on John Gaston. Gaston 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, came around to score in that 3rd inning, in which the Saltdogs pushed across 2 runs. They trail in this one 5-3, thanks to some good hitting and some good fielding by the Lemurs. Throughout the defense, it's really been a team effort. Lucen on the mound has done his part as well. 1-1 pitch on the way to Gaston. This one misses low and away. So Gaston at the plate, former Arizona Wildcat. This is his 3rd season with the Saltdogs. Started 2013 with Laredo and was traded to Lincoln. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit in the air. Richardson on the run once again. This one's deep towards center field, back to the track, and it's out of here. Straightaway center field bomb by John Gaston. And the Saltdogs have cut this lead in half. That's 400 feet to straightaway center field, and it was out there easily. John Gaston put good wood on the baseball there, and it's now 5-4, Lemurs lead. Solo shot with 1 out by John Gaston in the 5th inning. So C.J. Ziegler now to the plate with the bases empty. That's the first time we've seen a ball go to center field this season in Laredo. The 12th game of the season for the Lemurs, their 9th home game. We haven't seen any dingers to straightaway center yet. Ziegler at the plate. He also appears to be a power threat. Hit 30 home runs in his last trip through the American Association. That was back in 2013. Took a first pitch ball there, so 1-0 is the count with 1 out, and Lucen working quickly. Here's the delivery. Swung on, hit towards left field. It's going to get down as Wiley not able to make the catch. If he had maybe gotten a better jump and perhaps sold out for that, he would have got you. But that one was sinking quickly. Wiley makes the safe play, doesn't let that get past him. And with one out, Ziegler has a hit. It's his second hit of the day. And now Mitch Canham to the plate. He's already knocked in 2 runs today. Between Canham and Gaston, the 3 and 5 hitters, that's all the runs batted in for the Saltdogs today. So the tying run on first base, go-ahead run at the plate, and we will get a mound visit here from the pitching coach, Mike Meyer. Again, we would tell you if there's anyone up in the Lemurs bullpen, but we can't see it. We would love to be able to tell you that, but it's blocked by the right field fence, and I'm assuming there's someone up. There's some guys over there on the platform down by the sign in right field. They can watch the game from the bullpen if they're not out warming up. And appears to be someone up on the platform who's glancing down towards the sort of pit that represents the bullpen. So perhaps supervising as somebody warms up. 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Saltdogs already have 1 in this inning. They trail the Lemurs 5-4. Mitch Canham at the plate. Canham, former Oregon State Beaver, hitting .417 coming into tonight's game. Laces this one down the first base line. That's trouble. It's down the first base line and fair. Rounding second and heading for third is Ziegler. Canham will stop at first. He has a 1-out single. Canham on his way to third. He gets there. Now 3 for 3 is Mitch Canham. And the tying run in this game is just 90 feet away. And the guy the Lemurs don't want to see at the plate, it's Ryan Lashley. He knocked in 4 runs. That's right, 4 runs yesterday on a grand slam. That was most of the Saltdogs' offense as they fell 12-5 in yesterday's game. But once again, a close situation and an opportunity for Lashley to knock in some runs. And Lashley, just 24 years old, 5'11", 200 pounds, hitting .258 coming into tonight's game. And he tends to go one day with getting a hit, one day without getting a hit. He's 0 for 2 already today. Lemurs fans trying to make some noise. Defense double play depth with runners on the corners and 1 out. Lucent takes his time and will step off the rubber before delivering the first pitch. Check that, it's Wiggins at the plate. After some defensive changes were made, I thought Wiggins was going to come in and replace the 9-hitter Young. But instead, the day is done for Ryan Lashley at second base in terms of being in the batting order. And it's Ryan Wiggins at the plate for the first time today. Nice catch there by Bill. Keeping me honest here in the press box. First pitch in there to Wiggins. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, or check swing. Did he go around? Not even, or he does appeal down to first, and he did go. Quickly the count 0-2, and let's see what Lucent decides to do. See if he can get Wiggins to chase and hit into a double play here. Runners on the corners, 1 out in the Saltdogs half of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Another one that's low. Did he check his swing? He did not check it. He went around. A 3-pitch strikeout there recorded by Lucent. That's a big out for the Lemurs as they get Wiggins to go down swinging in his first at-bat of the day. And now Jeremy Hamilton to the plate. Pete Incavilla will come to the mound. It appears that the day is done for Matt Lucent. Pitching change coming up for the Lemurs. We will get information on him and bring you the rest of this 5th inning when we come back. Lemurs up 5-4 on the Saltdogs.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
For all of
New pitcher for the Lemurs is Henry Garcia, the left-handed pitcher, to face the left-handed batter, Jeremy Hamilton. For Garcia, this is his 6th appearance with the Lemurs. He has an 0-1 record, a 2.45 ERA. Through 7 1/3 innings pitched, he struck out 6, walked 3, and given up 7 hits. Breaking ball misses inside on the batter Hamilton. Hamilton's 0 for 1 on the day, a walk and a ground out. Runners on the corners, and Matt Lucen is the pitcher responsible for those runners. Lemurs with the 5-4 lead, trying to get out of the jam is Garcia. Another breaking ball. This one's in there for a strike. With Wiggins at the plate. Yesterday he was 0 for 3, and that dropped his average down to 206 on the season and snapped a nice 6-game hitting streak for him. Another breaking ball by Garcia. That's 3 straight. This one misses inside. Jeremy Hamilton, a big guy, 6'1", 215. DH/first baseman, 28 years old, from Cincinnati, Ohio. Played his college ball at Wright State. The runners on the corners in the top of the 5th. Saltdogs looking for a second run in this inning that would tie it. Breaking ball, kind of hanging in there. Nieves can't corral the ball. He tried to go backhand at second base. That was a tough play up the middle for Nieves. Run scores, and we have a tie ball game. The 2-out single by Jeremy Hamilton drives in the tying run. Book still not closed on Matt Lucen, who did go 4 2/3 innings, but he's responsible for that runner on second, which would be the go-ahead run in this game, which has been a wild one. A handful of lead changes. I count 3 or 4 already in this game. Henry Garcia trying to settle down, facing another left-handed hitter. This is Mike Gilmartin. First pitch to Gilmartin. Breaking ball from Garcia. It's in there for a strike as it catches the inner edge. Just 66 miles an hour on the radar gun there. Runner on second is Canham. Runner on first is Hamilton. Here's the pitch to Gilmartin. With a little bit of a pitch out there. That was high and away. I think they were trying to maybe go down to second to pick Canham off and catch him sleeping. Actually, the ump had called time before that ball. They were just exchanging baseballs. I was going to say, that's kind of surprising to try to pick off a catcher off of second base. There were red flags there as I was calling that play. Runners on first and second for the Saltdogs. It's 5-5 as the Saltdogs already have 2 in this top of the 5th. This one lofted into shallow left field. Getting under it is Wiley. He will call everyone else off. Makes the catch. Saltdogs get 2 in the top of the 5th. They do leave 2 on, and they get 4 hits. We're through 4.5 in this one, and we're tied up at 5. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, You guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
Going back to Uni-Trade Stadium, Saltdogs and Lemurs going back and forth in this one. We're tied up at 5, and it's the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Lemurs will send 6, 7, and 8 to the plate. Delmonico, Paget, and Silverio to the plate. Tony Delmonico to lead things off, the 28-year-old, former Tennessee Volunteer, and a former 6th-round pick of the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 2008 draft. With the Dodgers, Delmonico hit .276 with 37 home runs over 370 games played. Started playing independent ball in the Frontier League in 2012. Delmonico's 0 for 2 today with a pair of flyouts and 2 RBIs. Both of them sac flies, essentially. Of course, Delmonico would rather have a hit, and with nobody on, you can't really sacrifice anybody. First pitch swing, hit into the net, and foul. Delmonico boasts a .286 average coming into tonight's game, 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. One of the many bats in this Lemurs batting order with home run power. Of course, you have catcher Luke Bailey, who's not in the lineup tonight, is the league leader in home runs. 0-1 pitch on the way to Delmonico. Big breaking ball, and it catches the inner half for a strike, freezing Delmonico and buckling the knees at that. Jesse Smith back out there. This is his 3rd start of the season. In each of his first 2 starts, he went 6 or more innings. So trying to get through inning number 5 here. He's already given up 5 runs, which is the most he's given up all season. In fact, coming into tonight's game, he had just 1 earned run allowed. 0-2 pitch on the way to Delmonico. Swung on and missed for strike 3. A 3-pitch strikeout recorded there. It's actually the first time a Lemurs batter has struck out in this game. So Jesse Smith still bringing the good stuff in the bottom of the 5th inning, even though his pitch count's got to be getting up there. Matt Paget due up next here for the Lemurs. 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts with Juan Silverio on deck, who led off last inning with a home run. Lemurs sent 7 men to the plate in that 4th inning, but that was the only run they got, was that solo leadoff home run. They left the bases loaded. That could certainly come back to bite them, as the game was tied. The bases were loaded with no outs, and then Nieves, Phipps, and Richardson all flew out. First pitch coming up to Paget, looking for his first hit of the day. Fastball misses high, just a bit outside as well. Matt Paget has been a Lemur killer with the T-Bones and New Jersey Jackals. He hit .444 with 32 hits in 20 games against the Lemurs before joining Laredo for the 2015 season. Big swing and a miss there. So fans in Laredo happy to see Matt Paget on their side. He's one of the older guys you'll see in the American Association at 37 years old. Drafted out of Clemson University in the 5th round back in 1998. So a long and pretty successful career here for Matt Paget. Here's the pitch, and it misses low and away. 2-1 now the count on Paget. Paget is in his 3rd season here in the American Association. Started with the T-Bones back in 2013. Just 35 games for them a year ago, and this is already his 12th appearance with the Lemurs this season. He's played in every game. 2-1 pitch on the way to Matt Paget with the bases empty. Misses low, 3-1. We're tied up at 5. It's the bottom of the 5th inning, and there's 1 out as the Lemurs trying to take the lead once again. Saltdogs got 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, and 2 in the 5th. The Lemurs got 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 4th, and left the bases loaded last inning. 3-1 pitch to Matt Paget from the windup. Here's the delivery, misses high, and it's a 5-pitch walk issued to Matt Paget. He will go to first base, and Juan Silverio to the plate with the go-ahead run now on the base paths. Jesse Smith still out there. Smith, a former Los Angeles Angel of Anaheim, or Anaheim Angel, is Played 184 innings at the AA level. His career ERA at that level was 5.04 with a 9-16 record. So, like a lot of guys in this league, the jump from high A or middle A up to AA is proven to be a little bit tough here for Jesse Smith. He's on the mound, big breaking ball. It one hops it to the catcher, and it's blocked behind the plate by Canham. He looks asked to exchange the baseball, and the count is 1-0 to Juan Silverio. Silverio's over at third base here today. This is his debut with the Laredo Lemurs. He's 24 years old. Made his debut in 2008, his professional debut at age 17 out of the Dominican Republic. Played in the White Sox organization for a while. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Silverio taking all the way. That one's a called strike. So a young guy against an old guy. One of the older guys on the mound. Jesse Smith is 34 years old. Played his college ball at Illinois Valley Community College in Oglesby, Illinois, and now calls Gilbert, Arizona home. So he's been around. He's been everywhere, man. 1-1 is the count, 1 out, and a runner on first for the Lemurs, trying to take the lead. We're tied up at 5 in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the breaking ball. Silverio out in front of it. It's grounded to short. It's tailor-made double play ball, 6-4-3. He can't beat it out. And the Lemurs can't do anything in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on for the Lemurs. We've played 5 full at Uni-Trade Stadium. We're tied up at 5. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamu.edu y sé impulsado.
Knotted up at 5 through 5 innings, and it's the top of the 6th now at Uni-Trade Stadium. Second game of a 3-game set between the Lemurs and Saltdogs, who made the trip down here from Lincoln. Lemurs won last night 12-5. And tied up at 5 here. First pitch to Eddie Young, leading things off for the Saltdogs in the top of the 6th inning against Henry Garcia, who's out there for what will be his first full inning of work. Came in relief for the starter Matt Lucen back in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit back up the third base line and foul. After the first pitch was taken for a strike, this one in on the hands and fouled off. And just like that, the count 0-2 to Eddie Young. Eddie Young, a hot bat so far this year. .476 coming into tonight's game. 1 for 2 with a single so far today. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball missing low. So the change for the Saltdogs came about an inning and a half ago as they replaced Ryan Lashley at second base, who had a leg injury. Ryan Wiggins came in to replace him, and they had to shuffle around the infield a little bit. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Young. Big breaking ball, misses low. Garcia, this is his 6th appearance. Now pitched 7 2/3 innings. Struck out 6 so far, walked 3 and given up 7 hits. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Young. Another breaking ball. This one hit to short. Diving stop. Knock it down is Mojica. He's not going to have a play on it. It's an infield single to start things off for Eddie Young. He's now 2 for 3 today. Lineup will turn over here for the Saltdogs, and they have an opportunity to try to take the lead. Saltdogs scored 2 last inning after the Lemurs had 1 in the bottom of the 4th, and really the story there is that the Lemurs had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 4th with no outs, weren't able to score any of those runs following a leadoff homer in that inning by Juan Silverio. Now we'll get a meeting on the mound as Pete Incaviglia appears to be making a pitching change, so just 2 batters faced here for Henry Garcia. He will exit the game. We will take a break here on Laredo Lemurs broadcast. It's tied up at 5 in the top of the 6th inning.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Kaila Norte Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas. Solo en H-E-B.
3, 2, 1, number 1. That's Laredo's number 1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off, not good enough, but 25% off, now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse, not 15 but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever, 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the number 1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the number 1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Right, Saltdogs going to make a 4th trip through the batting order. This will be the first time they face Ryan Beckman in tonight's game. He came in and pitched 2 innings, got the win yesterday, faced only 5 batters, struck out 1. He comes in, inherits a runner on first base. No outs here in the top of the 6th inning, and we're tied up at 5. Cameron Songer here with you as the Lemurs and Saltdogs doing battle for the second time of a 3-game set this week. First pitch to Forgatch, misses high and away for ball 1. Forgatch 0 for 2 today. Walked in the first, stole a base, and came around to score. And in this game, that was one of those manufactured runs. Every run has mattered in this one. Tied up at 5, each team with 9 hits. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, off the hands, dropping quickly in right field. Getting under it is Phipps. He is able to chase it down and make the catch. And retreating back over to first is Young. So 1 batter faced and 1 out there for Beckman. So that closes the book on Henry Garcia so far. Can't completely close it. He went 1/3 of an inning, faced 2 batters. He is responsible for the man on first base. Gave up 1 hit, no walks, and no strikeouts. So bullpen by committee here for the Lemurs. This is basically what we saw yesterday. A bunch of different guys as Beckman got his first win of the season. The nice fact on Beckman, his ERA, a nice 0.00. That's what you like to see with your relievers. Pickoff throw goes over to first. Almost had him. Diving back in safely is Eddie Young. Ryan Beckman, 6'4", 210-pound, right-handed pitcher, former 18th round pick in 2009 by the Pittsburgh Pirates out of Grayson County College in Denison, Texas. Spent 6 seasons in the Pirates organization with a 12-5 record. So that one's in there for a strike. And in those 6 seasons, a 3.58 ERA. Also made a stop in Australia back in 2011. Ryan Beckman, just 25 years old, looking for another chance in affiliated baseball. He's facing Matt Forgatch. Or check that, Brian Joint, after Forgatch flew out. Joint, 30 years old, and a veteran of this American Association. 0-1 pitch, misses just a bit inside. Joint trying to sell that it was really close to hitting him. It actually wasn't. So 1-1 will be the count to Brian Joint. Saltdogs hoping for more success against Ryan Beckman on the second night in a row they face him. Pete Incaviglia pulling his starter today after 4 2/3, after yesterday's starter went just 2 1/3, so doubling it up. Ground ball, was that caught in the air at short? It was, and the throw back to first can't double him up. Another diving stop, this time Mojica getting in on the action. Now, comparing that to the standard Devontre Richardson set on his diving catch in center field an inning ago, that was all right, but that's just because Richardson's catch last inning was so incredible. Don't take anything away from that last catch at short. Just a great read on the ball there. And the line out means there's 2 away. John Gaston to the plate. He homered in his last plate appearance. And a runner on first with 2 outs for the Saltdogs. John Gaston gets heartily booed as he comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today, a walk and a home run to go along with a ground out back in his first plate appearance. Runner on first in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs for the Saltdogs, trying to break through. We're tied up at 5, each team with 9 hits so far today. Saltdogs looking for revenge after a 12-5 thumping at the hands of the Lemurs last night. First pitch to Gaston, just a bit outside. Umpire Wilson, sometimes a little bit delayed on that call as to whether it was a ball or strike. So I should slow myself down a little bit up here in the broadcast booth, but that one looked like a ball. 1-0 the count to Gaston. Gaston, the pretty good 302 average so far this season. Check that. 300 average so far this season. Here's the pitch. Fastball. This time it does catch the outer half. In there for a strike. Gaston giving the home plate umpire a little bit of a look like what was so different about that pitch compared to the first one. And I might be inclined to agree with him, but the Lemurs will take it. A couple 50-50 calls, and each one going the pitcher's way and the batter's way. So 1-1 the count, 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. Runner on first as the Saltdogs trying to take the lead. We're tied up at 5. Beckman sets, delivers. This one grounded towards second, and the throw over to first is in time. Saltdogs get a leadoff hit, can't do anything with it. No runs on 1 hit and 1 man left on. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. The Lemurs trying to take the lead right back. It's 5-5. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, breakdancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers.
All right, bottom of the 6th inning. Lemurs trying to break through and take the lead here in Game 2 of this 3-game set against the Saltdogs. Lemurs bats were on fire last night. En route to 17 hits, 12 runs, and an easy 12-5 win. Tonight, it's been a close one. The lead has changed hands a couple times. We're knotted up at 5, each team with 9 hits. Number 9 hitter Byron Wiley to get things started in the Lemurs half of the 6th before the lineup turns over as they face Jesse Smith one more time, completing his 3rd trip around the Lemurs batting order. Wiley singled in that last inning. It's the 2nd day in a row he has a hit after 2 days without a hit. First pitch in the 6th inning to Wiley, taking all the way. It's in there for a strike. Knee high and on the outer edge. Wiley maybe could have tried to go opposite field with that from the left-handed batter's box facing the righty Jesse Smith, but there really wasn't much he could do with that. 0-1 is the count, base is empty. This is the leadoff man for the Lemurs in the bottom of the 6th, and number 9 hitter in your batting order. 0-1. It's a curveball that curved too much in the dirt for ball 1. So Wiley hit into a double play in the 2nd inning that wiped out Silverio. That was in the 2nd after Silverio led off with a single, and then Silverio led off the 4th inning with a homer. Wiley followed up with a single and only made it to 3rd base. Lemurs weren't able to bring him in. The Lemurs loaded the bases in that 4th inning, weren't able to score any of those runs. Fastball swung on, fought off into the net. Count goes to 1-2. Now if the score continues to hold like this, and this comes into a close game down the stretch, that is the story in this game right now, ladies and gentlemen, was the Lemurs' 4th inning. Led off with a Silverio home run, ended up sending 7 batters to the plate, loading the bases. And then Nieves, Phipps, and Richardson all tried with the bases loaded and no outs. None of them were able to bring in even 1 run. That was the last time the Lemurs scored, was on that Silverio leadoff home run back in the 4th. Since then, the Saltdogs have added 2 more. That was back in the 5th to tie the game. 1-2 pitch on the way to Wiley, misses low. That was after Jesse Smith decided he wanted a new baseball, and the umpire allowed it. So 2-2 now the count to Byron Wiley, one of the league leaders in walks. 11 so far this young season in 10 games for him. It's good enough for 2nd in the league. Doesn't have any yet today, which is kind of a rarity. Wiley, the left fielder for the Lemurs, played his college ball at Kansas State, former Wildcat. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit foul down the 3rd base line. We'll do it again. Lemurs trying to start something in the bottom of the 6th against probably what I'm assuming is a tired Saltdog starter, Jesse Smith. But he's used to going this deep in his 1 earned run to this point this season. Already he's given up 5 of them tonight through 5 innings plus now. 2-2 pitch from the windup. Here's Smith's delivery to Wiley. It's inside. Oh, called strike 3. Ring him up. Wiley shakes his head. He danced out of the way like that one was a fastball inside. Wiley goes down looking. Lineup turns over. Just the 2nd time Smith has struck out a Lemurs batter here today. And both of them coming in the middle to late innings. Delmonico struck out to lead off the 5th. That was the first one. And now Wiley strikes out to lead off the 6th. And 5th inning for the Lemurs. It's a leadoff strikeout by Delmonico. Padgett walked. And then Silverio followed up with a double play. Lemurs now going for a 4th trip through the batting order. Jimmy Mojica at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Singled in his last plate appearance. Shows bunt, pulls back, called strike anyway. Jesse Smith out there doing a pretty good job. He's settled down nicely after the Lemurs roughed him up a little bit in the early going. It was 4-3 after just 3 innings, and the Lemurs added 1 more in the bottom of the 4th to make it 5-3. And that was just after 4 innings. Smith has really persevered and settled down. Shut the Lemurs out in the 5th, trying to do it again here in the 6th. Breaking ball, it's in there for a strike. Mojica thought that was going to be inside. That just curved and caught the inner edge for a strike. Jimmy Mojica returning to the Lemurs after a 1-year absence. He played 2020. In yesterday's game, he was 1 for 5. He's 1 for 3 so far today. Breaking ball, he times it up, hits it to short. It's bobbled out there short by Gilmartin. He times it up and makes the throw. It's going to be in time. So that ball was laced. Gilmartin knew he had time to gather and make the throw, and he does just that. And just like that, there's 2 away in the Lemurs half of the 6th inning, at risk of going quietly into the home stretch of this game. And it just feels like right now the Saltdogs have the momentum in this game, but with the way the Lemurs hit the baseball and the power threats they have up and down the lineup, that can change with any swing of the bat. Kevin Taylor at the plate, a guy who doesn't have a home run yet this year, but a catcher, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Certainly a guy who has that kind of pop. Just haven't seen it yet this season. Breaking ball in there for a strike. That one just nipping the outer edge. Jesse Smith painting the corners here. It seems his control has gotten better throughout this game. Righty Smith on the mound to face the left-handed batter Taylor. We're tied up at 5 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Base is empty for the Lemurs with 2 outs. Taylor hitting .314 on the season. Already has 2 singles in this game. A big cut there. He was thinking more than single on that one. Missed. And the count now quickly 0-2. Taylor, a pair of singles and a pair of runs scored, and then walked in that 4th inning. He's the second to last base runner the Lemurs have had. 0-2 pitch on the way from Smith. Swung on, hit back up the middle. This one has eyes. It's going to get through into center field. Under the arm of Smith, under the glove of the pitcher Smith, and past the outstretched glove of Young at second base, Kevin Taylor has his 3rd hit of the game. He hasn't shown off the long ball, really the deep pop, but 3 for 3 with 3 singles. No one's complaining about his performance in this game. Let's just say that. Abel Nieves to the plate now. 1 for 2, a walk, a double. Came around to score on both of those and then flew out in the 4th inning with the bases loaded and no outs. Heart of the order here for the Lemurs. Nieves at the plate, Dennis Phipps on deck. As Taylor stands on first base, just about it for him. They really like to let Jesse. He's been good to this point. He makes the catch and throws it back over to him by Taylor. Saltdogs have 9 hits. Nieves, right-handed batter to face the righty Smith. Here's the fastball, misses high and away. Count evens up at 1. Defense at a regular depth with 2 outs. Just trying to limit the damage, trying to get the Lemurs to go quietly here in this inning. One pitch coming up from the stretch. Smith gets his sign, delivers, swung on, hit foul. Off the club level seats, over the net and bouncing around in the front row. As a fan will go chase that foul ball down. A gorgeous night at Uni-Trade Stadium. As this game drags on, we're hitting near the 2.5-hour mark of this game. It's just the bottom of the 6th inning. Still a long way to go here. A lot of baseball left to be played in a game that's knotted up at 5 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Quick mound visit from the catcher Canham. I don't think he has too much to say to his pitcher Jesse Smith as Mitch Canham will come out and converse on the mound. Abel Nieves at the plate. Kevin Taylor on first base for the Lemurs. He is the go-ahead run, but he's just on first base with 2 outs. He'll be going on contact. 1-2 is the count to Abel Nieves as we get started once again. Lemurs looking for run number 6 in today's game, which would be the go-ahead run. Lemurs are deep into their bullpen. This is still the Saltdogs starter. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit back up the middle, under the glove of the pitcher, but this will be scooped up at second base by Young. The throw to first. Off the bag! Pulled him off! Not a good throw there by Young, I'm pretty sure. That's an E4, and the Lemurs, bottom of the 6th, stays alive. I'm not sure if that might have taken just a glance off the glove of the catcher, or off the pitcher, or what Wiggins was thinking over there on first base. I mean, he's a big guy over there on first base. 6'1", 230 pounds. Listed as a catcher, so not a guy who's used to playing first base, perhaps. And perhaps it showed, and perhaps it's going to cost the Saltdogs. Dennis Phipps to the plate, and the Lemurs have new life. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the 6th inning. We're knotted up at 5. 2 outs here for the Lemurs. They're trying to start a 2-out rally. Jesse Smith still going out there on the mound. The 34-year-old way up in his pitch count. Here's the pitch to Phipps. Big swing and a miss as he chased one in the dirt. 0-1 to Dennis Phipps. Phipps is 1 for 2 today. A walk and an RBI single to go along with a pop out to the second baseman. That was in his last plate appearance back in the 4th. 1 run batted in already for Phipps this season, which brings his RBI total to 8. Up near the top of the league in that category. 0-1 pitch. Phipps hits this one back up the middle. That's going to get down into center field. Runner being waved around. Taylor racing home. Play at the plate. And he's in, standing up. Lemurs take the lead. RBI single for Dennis Phipps. Nieves advances just 90 feet to second base. And coming around to score from second base is Kevin Taylor. It's now 6-5 Laredo. It's the second RBI single of the evening for Dennis Phipps. And now here comes Devontre Richardson. Richardson has the defensive play of the game so far today, a diving catch in center field. Let's see if he can follow it up with a nice swing of the bat and keep this rally going for the Lemurs. He's 1 for 3 today with a single. That was back in the first inning. He did homer in last night's game. That was his first dinger of the season. He has 3 RBIs to this point. Runners on first and second. Richardson at the plate with 2 outs. Hits this one back up the middle. This one's not going to get... Oh, it's bobbled. It's bobbled by the shortstop, Gil Martin. Runner holds up at third. Throw goes home just to be sure. He booted that one off his shin, it looked like, and was able to keep it from trickling too deep into the outfield. He was to it, just wasn't able to make the play. So, in this inning for the Lemurs, 2 singles and 2 errors by the Saltdogs. Bases now loaded, and here comes Tony Delmonico. Delmonico is due. He's over 3 so far today, and a pretty healthy batting average for Mr. Delmonico. He's hitting .286 through the first 10 games of this season. Bases are loaded. Another mound visit here from Canham, which elicits some boos from the Lemurs faithful. Tony Delmonico, the first baseman, has knocked in 2 runs today on a pair of flyouts, but with 2 outs, he can't afford a sac fly here. Infield playing back with 2 outs. Bases full of Lemurs. They're up 6-5, trying to break it open. This will be the second time the Lemurs have had the bases loaded in the middle innings. Second time with 2 outs. Smith on the mound, sets and delivers. Delmonico, this hits him on the hip. He tried to dance out of the way, and it wasn't happening. Run comes in to score. It's an RBI hit by pitch. The Lemurs get run number 7. They take a 2-run lead. Wheel starting to come off here for the Saltdogs. After retiring the first 2 Lemurs in the bottom of the 6th inning, Kevin Taylor with the single, Nieves reached on an error, Phipps with the RBI single, Richardson reaching on an error which loaded up the bases, and then the RBI hit by pitch for Tony Delmonico. It's his 3rd ribby of the night as Nieves comes in to score on the dead ball. Bases remain loaded, and up comes Matt Padgett. Another guy who's due. He's 0 for 2, but before Padgett will come up and hit, it appears to be a pitching change. The day is done for Jesse Smith. Bases are left loaded. Lemurs up by 2. A big moment in this game coming up. You don't want to go anywhere. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs baseball. They're trying to add to a 7-5 lead.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com. Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the honey mustard water.
All right, here we go. Bases full of Lemurs. They're up by 2. New pitcher on the mound is the first relief pitcher we've seen from the Saltdogs today. It's left-handed pitcher Moises Melendez. He's 6th in the American Association with an even 1.00 ERA. This is his 5th appearance. He did start a game. He has 9 innings pitched, given up 8 hits. It's just that 1 run allowed for the nice even ERA of 1. Matt Padgett at the plate with the bases loaded. Dennis Phipps taking a big lead off of third base. And here's the first pitch. Melendez will deliver. Big swing and a miss there by Padgett. He was chasing one in the dirt. Tipped foul into the glove of the catcher. Padgett 0 for 2 today. A walk and a pair of groundouts. Moises Melendez, 28 years old, from Venezuela. This is his his third season with the Saltdogs, but he played somewhere else in 2014, took the year off. Maybe he didn't play professional baseball at all. This one hit foul down the third base line. Just like that, the count is 0-2 on Matt Paget. Paget at the plate, no home runs this season, .222 batting average, and 3 runs batted in. With one swing of the bat, he can drastically change some of those numbers, but with 2 strikes, he's got to protect. It's the 5th appearance of the season for Melendez. He did start one. He's trying to get out of the jam that Jesse Smith left him. None of these runs would be earned for Smith, as this has been a pretty wild inning with 2 errors already on the Saltdogs. 0-2 pitch on the way. It's high and tight. Ball 1. The Lemurs have a 7-5 lead, 2 across already this inning, and all of them have come with 2 outs. Taylor with a 2-out single, followed by Nieves, who reached on an error. Phipps then singled to knock in Taylor. Richardson reached on an error, which loaded up the bases, and then a RBI hit by pitch by Tony Delmonico. He now stands on first. Richardson is on second, and Phipps on third. 1-2 pitch on the way to Paget. Swung on, hit weakly to second. Playable by Young, scooped up, and the throw to first. And again, the Lemurs leave the bases loaded, but they do get 2 runs on 2 hits. Leave the bases loaded. They take a 7-5 lead. We've played 6 at Uni-Trade Stadium. It's 7-5 Lemurs.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Water Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Water Chicken Club.
Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. Real proud to say that we serve the inflatables for every budget. Party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide. South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
All right, top of the 7th, Lemurs have a 7-5 lead. New pitcher for the Lemurs. For more on him, here's Bill Harrington. I'm Cameron Songer. My day is done. Here you go, Bill.
All right, Cameron, thank you very much as B.J. Hyatt takes over on the mound for the Laredo Lemurs as we go to the top of the 7th inning. And the Lemurs scramble for 2 runs there in the bottom of the 6th inning. A couple of errors by the Lincoln Saltdogs with 2 down. And it opens up the door for the Lemurs to get a couple of runs. So they take a 7-5 lead and scare off the pitcher, Jesse Smith. Jesse Smith leaves the game going 5 2/3, giving up 10 hits, 6 runs. 4 of them were earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2 batters in the ball game. B.J. Hyatt taking over on the mound for the Lemurs. He's going to face off against Ziegler, Canham, and Wiggins. That's your first 3 coming up for Lincoln. Hyatt throws home. That one swung on, popped up on the infield. Who's going to get this one? The new third baseman, Silvario, will dance underneath it, and he'll make the catch. And the Lemurs will go ahead and throw it around. So 1 pitch and 1 out, and Mitch Canham coming up to the plate. B.J. Hyatt making his 6th appearance on the season for the Lemurs. He's done very well so far in a Lemurs uniform. He's pitched in 5 games, has a 1.80 ERA, no wins, no losses. Has thrown in 5 innings, has struck out 2, has walked 1, and has given up 6 hits. Lemurs up by 2 in the 7th inning. Long game tonight here at Uni-Trade Stadium. This game started at 7:35, and we're a little bit past 10. 1 out. Mitch Canham, the batter, lefty. B.J. Hyatt throws, and that one is low for a ball. Hyatt last pitched against Lincoln in yesterday's game through an inning, did not allow a run. Struck out a batter, faced 3 batters in yesterday's game. There's only been 1 game where he allowed a run, and that was against St. Paul back on May 29th. St. Paul was scoring off everybody, though. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is called a strike as it clips the outside corner. St. Paul won that game where B.J. Hyatt gave up a run by a final of 8-4 over the Lemurs. That was on May 29th. Mitch Canham on the day. He's picked up 3 hits, 2 singles and a triple. That triple drove in 2 runs in the 3rd. The 1-1 in the dirt, picked up by the catcher Kevin Taylor. Luke Bailey getting a night off tonight, the Lemurs' normal catcher. So he's resting. Lemurs, I'm sure, will put him to work tomorrow and find a place for Kevin Taylor maybe to play. Taylor's been doing well, so the Lemurs need to keep him in the batting order. Taylor with 3 hits today. He has reached all 4 times. He walked once. Here's the 2-1. Way outside, way high. That's going to make it a 3-1 count now to Mitch Canham. Get you some scores from around the American Association. Get you up to date on what's going on in the rest of the league. A lot of stuff already in the books tonight around the American Association. So we'll have some finals for you. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hyatt out of the stretch, delivers. That's a fastball, misses away, ball 4. So a base runner now for the Lincoln Saltdogs. They had a base runner last inning. In fact, they've had a base runner in every inning so far tonight. Saltdogs scored a run in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, and 2 more in the 5th inning. Here comes Ryan Wiggins. So Gary beats Ottawa today 3-1. Ottawa part of the Can-Am League, so that's an interleague matchup. Joplin big over Amarillo, a 10-3 final. Joplin doing well out of the gate. They now have 7 wins. They're 7-3 as that pitch hits the inside corner for a strike, a fastball. Runner at first base. 1 down. Lemurs would love a double play ball right here. Some other finals for you. St. Paul beats Grand Prairie. They keep on rolling. The pitch. That is in and out of the glove of Taylor. It's going to go all the way back to the wall. And Canham's going to go up to the next base. So that's going to be a pass ball. Sioux City 9, Kansas City 8. That game's still in action. They're in the top of the 8th inning. Winnipeg, they beat Sioux Falls tonight 5-3. That's a final. And you're up to date with your scores from around the American Association. Former Lemur Chaz Rowe got to pitch tonight. He's pitching for the Baltimore Orioles. He did a great job tonight for the Baltimore Orioles, in fact. See if I can run down a stat line for you here. Here's the pitch, and that one swung on and missed. The new batter, Ryan Wiggins, takes a big hack at that one. He's now looking at a 1-2 count. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning and a runner at second base on the pass ball. Hyatt taking a long look in, getting the sign from Taylor. He'll come set. He checks, he delivers. That one's called strike 3, and the umpire with a big punch out. So Wiggins has struck out for the 3rd time tonight. That's the 2nd out in the inning. Scratch that. Wiggins has struck out for the 2nd time tonight. Ryan Lashley struck out once in his same batting spot. So Wiggins 0 for 2, once looking, once swinging. Here comes manager Pete Incaviglia. And I believe that might be it for Hyatt. Looks like the Lemurs going to bring in a new pitcher. We'll tell you how Chaz Rowe did tonight. Chaz pitched for the Lemurs back in 2012. He was with the Lemurs the whole season. So a new pitcher is coming in for Laredo, and Jeremy Hamilton will face a new pitcher. It looks like Luis Poyorena coming out of the gate. So for Rowe tonight against the, I believe it was the Houston Astros they played against. Astros ended up winning the game, but Chaz Rowe pitched very well in his outing. He was the second guy on the mound tonight for the Baltimore Orioles. He pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, struck out 3. So he did a nice job there. And his overall record in 2015 is no wins, no losses, no ERA in 5 games, and a 9.5. So he is doing fantastic, and hopefully he sticks up there with the Orioles. And the way he's throwing right now, he will. So congratulations to Chaz Rowe. We're all big fans of him here in Laredo, and we wish him the best of luck as he moves on throughout his professional career. He's wearing number 65 on his back while he is with the Baltimore Orioles. He has played for the Yankees and also for the Arizona Diamondbacks, but short stints with both of those clubs. And he's 5 games into his career here with the Baltimore Orioles. His major league stats go like this for Chaz Rowe. 1 win, no losses, a 3.41 ERA, so a pretty nice overall record in 29 games. A lot of fun to keep track of him, see how he does throughout his major league career, and all the way here from Laredo. He remembers us, no doubt about it. Spent that whole season here and helped the Lemurs make the playoffs back in 2012, and he just throws such a nasty, nasty slider. It's no wonder he's in the big leagues now. Hope he gets to spend a little bit more time there. So Luis Poyorena warming up. Looks like he's all done as the Lemurs are up by 2, but there's a runner at second base and 2 down here. In the top of the 7th inning, Poyorena scribbling something on the back of the mound with his hand. Takes a breather, says a little prayer, and up on top of the hill he goes. So here's Jeremy Hamilton getting ready to step into the batter's box. So a lefty-lefty matchup coming up for you. 7-5 Lemurs. The runner at second base is Mitch Canham. And the lefty throws, and that one falls low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. The glow of the lights illuminating the field. Luis Poyorena goes into his crouch, looks in, gets the sign from the catcher. And the 1-0. That one in there for a strike just above the knee. Nice pitch there, a fastball in the inside corner. Lemurs with 11 hits today. The Saltdogs with 9. The Saltdogs made 2 errors in the last half inning, and it opened up the door for the Lemurs to take the lead, and now Hamilton's going to step out of the batter's box. Lemurs on defense pretty much playing straight up. Center fielder Devontre Richardson slightly over to the left to second base. And the next pitch misses outside. So now it's 2-1. Hamilton on the day, he walked back in the 2nd inning, grounded out to short in the 4th, and singled and drove in a run in the 5th inning. Luis Poyorena deals, and that one is in and out of the glove of the catcher, but it's called a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one on the inner third of the plate. A 2-2 count, so Poyorena trying to help the Lemurs get out of the small jam. He's shaken off once to Taylor. Now he's going to step off the back of the rubber. Taylor and Poyorena cannot agree on a pitch. So Poyorena now shakes yes. He likes the call. And the 2-2. And that one's way in on the hands and fouled off by Hamilton. Somehow he got a piece of that one with the bottom part of the bat, the part of the bat that's close to his hands. He's lucky he got a piece of it. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a check swing, a slow roller up to the first baseman. Poyorena's going to grab it, underhand toss to Delmonico. That's going to be the 3rd and final out. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Lemurs have the lead. They're up 7-5. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5 and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
All right, Lemurs coming up to the plate. The newcomer, Juan Silvario, will lead off. He's got 2 hits already today, one of them a home run over the left field wall in the 4th inning. So Silvario Wiley, and Mojica. Here's the first pitch from the lefty, and that one swung and a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Silvario in his debut with the Lemurs, 3 hits. Off to a nice start with Laredo. Here comes Wiley to the plate. Wiley looking for another hit tonight. He's got 1. He's 1 for 3. Lined out to second in the 2nd inning, did Wiley. Picked up a base hit in the 4th and struck out looking in his last at bat in the 6th inning. Here's the Major League scoreboard for you. Game still in action. Dodgers at Rockies. Rockies up 8-5. Lefty-lefty matchup here. And the pitch. That one falls over the plate for a strike. Indians and Royals in the 9th inning. Indians up by a run. It's 2-1 Indians. D-backs 4. Braves 1. Bottom of 5. 7-5 the score here. Lemurs up by 2. And the pitch. Swung on a soft liner into left field. Forgach coming on. He'll make the catch. That'll do it for Wiley. A fly out to left field and 1 down. And Jimmy Mojica, the batter. Tampa Bay up over the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Tampa Bay's leading 2-1. Mets and Padres out on the West Coast. They're in the top of the 4th inning. Padres up 5-1 in the top of the 4th. Yankees won. Mariners won. That game being played up in Seattle. Giants and Pirates are going at it at AT&T Park in San Francisco. Pirates 4, Giants 2. Here's Jimmy Mojica at the plate. 1 down, the pitch. Breaking ball swung and a ground ball up to the third baseman. Ziegler has it, bobbles it, and Mojica's going to be on. That'll be an interesting call for the official scorekeeper. I'll wait to see what they put up on the big board. An error has not gone up yet, so we'll let you know. And the next batter is going to be Kevin Taylor. Taylor having a hot day. 3 hits today. Has been on all 4 times. Nationals 2, Blue Jays nothing. That game's a final. Here's the pitch to Taylor, and that one misses inside. And they gave it a hit. So a hit for Jimmy Mojica, his second hit of the day. Blue Jays and Nationals played a doubleheader, in fact. So I told you the Nationals won 2-0 in one game, and they lost 7-3 in the other. Here's the pitch. That misses inside. Looks like the Rockies and Dodgers played a doubleheader. They're playing a game right now, and they have a final in the books already today. So the Rockies won the first game 6-3, and they're up in the second game 8-5. Look at that. There's been a lot of rain in Colorado this year. They've had a lot of games wiped out. The 2-0. That one just missed. 3 balls and no strikes to Kevin Taylor. Lemurs up by 2. Philly slipped by the Reds 5-4. And the Athletics over the Tigers 5-3. They're playing in Detroit, where they were. Game's over. Marlins, they beat the Cubs 5-2. The pitch. Whoa! High and tight to Taylor. Look out, kid. That'll be ball 4. And that'll load the bases for the Lemurs. We're in the 7th inning. And coming up to the plate is Abel Nieves. Red Sox beat the Twins 1-0, so they just slip right by them. Rangers big over the White Sox, 15-2. A home run by the White Sox and 3 by the Rangers tonight. 7-5 Lemurs here. Astros 6, Orioles 4. I told you about that one a little bit with Chaz Rowe getting into the ball game. Bases loaded for Laredo, 1 out. Oh, and a curveball dips into the strike zone. Indians 2, Royals 1. That's a final as well. And your last Major League Scoreboard final is Cardinals 1, Brewers nothing. A battle in the Central. Here's the 0-1. Fastball low and away to Abel Nieves. Make it a 1-1 count. Lemurs have a runner at third. His name is Juan Silvario. He's brand new to the team. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jimmy Mojica's at second base. Taylor over there at first. Lemurs looking to grab another run or 2. They scored 12 last night, so they're only 5 away from that. Abel Nieves awaits his next pitch. The lefty sets, he throws. Swung on and popped back into the screen. So we'll do it again on a 1-2 pitch. Wind starting to pick up here later in the evening at Uni-Trade Stadium. Blowing out to left field, so if Abel Nieves can pull one to left, might get a little extra oomph out of it, get it over the wall here and get himself a grand salami. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tell you what, nothing like a good salami sandwich on wheat with a little cheese. Here's the 1-2, and that one swung on and a ground ball over to the right side. Young has it. He'll flip to second for 1. Over to first base, a close play, but it's in time to get the out. That's the 3rd and final out of the inning, but the Lemurs do load the bases. The Lemurs up 7-5. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, well, you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5211-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Free, compliments from your free. You'll be stronger. and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym.
Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families.
All right, we go back to action here. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Mike Gilmartin going to lead it off. He'll be followed up by Eddie Young, and then we'll go to the top of the order for Matt Forgach. Pollo Reyna stays in the ball game. So Luis, the Laredo native, will go ahead and stay out there for the Lemurs, and he throws, and that one is on the inside corner for a strike. The side-arming lefty. Not easy to deal with him by any means. Lemurs up 7-5. They got 13 hits tonight. And the pitch. That one is low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mike Gilmartin. Saltdogs with 9 hits this evening. They have 2 errors in the game. They bobbled the ball a little bit on some other occasions. The 1-1 pitch. That one hits the outside corner for a strike. A fastball right at the knees. But there were some tough plays, and they ended up turning in base hits for the Lemurs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pollo Reyna gets the sign. He kicks and throws, and that one swung in a soft ground ball right back up to the lefty. The pitcher throws over to first base, and that'll get the runner out. So Gilmartin's retired. 1 down, and Eddie Young will be the batter. So we go to the bottom of the order for Lincoln. Eddie Young, another lefty, so Pollo Reyna will have another lefty-lefty matchup for you. Fun watching this young man pitch. Comes from the side, throws in the upper 80s. And the deal here. That one just barely missed there. Pollo Reyna on the season, no wins, no losses, a 1.68 ERA. He has pitched in 7 games now, including this one. So he's done very well for the Lemurs. The 1-0. That one pegs the inside corner. Nice pitch there, just above the kneecap to Eddie Young. Pollo Reyna pitched in yesterday's game as well, going 2/3 of an inning against Lincoln, giving up 2 hits, walking a batter, and facing a total of 5. The pitch swung on, and that's fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You can bet some fans in the stands here know Luis Pollo Reyna from his high school days here in Laredo. Played at United High School, was a very popular athlete. Actually worked as an outfielder for the club as well. Did very well with the bat. Here's the pitch, and that one's way inside. In the outfield, at the plate, when he got to come up to the plate, he batted .442 with 9 doubles and 4 triples and 2 home runs in 30 games in his senior year. He also stole 26 bases in 30 attempts. He was named MVP of his team twice in high school. So impressive high school numbers for Luis Pollo Reyna. The 2-2 pitch coming up. Here it is. And a close one. He wanted it. So did the catcher, Kevin Taylor. That makes it a 3-2 count. The fans here are wondering why. Why was that not called a strike? Now Pollo Reyna says, what's the count? And it is 3 balls and 2 strikes. He gets the sign again and delivers. That one swung on, chopped off the plate. Pollo Reyna has it. He'll square up to first base, throw over to first, and almost a collision there between Delmonico and the runner Eddie Young. But everybody's okay. 2 down, 7-5 Lemurs. Here comes manager Pete Incaviglia out of the dugout. So Pollo Reyna has pitched a full inning, and Pete Incaviglia says, let's go to the next guy in line. Let's go get ourselves a righty. We'll take a break while the righty warms up. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamu.edu y sé impulsado.
Capital Care EMS.
John Brebria takes over on the mound for the Laredo Lemurs. Lemurs are up to their 6th pitcher in the ballgame. So a lot of guys being thrown out there on the hill tonight. Matt Lewson, the starting pitcher, goes 4 2/3. Gives up 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 3. And Henry Garcia came on. He threw a third of an inning. Ryan Beckman got 2/3 in, and B.J. Hyatt with 2/3, and now Luis Poyorena with an inning. And John Brebria throws the first pitch. It's in there for a strike. To the new batter, Matt Forgach. Forgach looking for his first hit of the evening. Here's the pitch, and that one swung and fouled back. Forgach walked back in the first, stole second, stole third, and then came home on a ground ball to third base. So he scored the first run of the ball game. 7-5 Lemurs. The deal. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Brebria strikes out Forgach. That does it for the Lincoln Saltdogs. The Lemurs were just looking for one out there. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Lemurs up 7-5.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
3, 2, 1, number 1. That's Laredo's number 1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off, not good enough, but 25% off, now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse, not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever, 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the number 1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the number 1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome.
Here we go into the bottom of the 8th inning. Lemurs up 7-5, and taking over on the mound for Lincoln is Connor Spink. And Phipps will lead it off for the Lemurs. He'll be followed up by Devontre Richardson and then Tony Delmonico. So the Lemurs up 2. Here's Spink on the mound. He's the lefty. He'll throw home. He's a side armor, and Phipps will foul one back to the screen. Phipps on the day, he's got 2 hits. He's 2 for 3 with a walk and a couple of RBIs as well. Jesse Smith was the starting pitcher today for the Lincoln Saltdogs. He went 5 2/3, gave up 10 hits, 6 runs. 4 of them were earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2 batters. And the 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball. Looked like a changeup there from the side armor. Missed outside. Moises Melendez came on and pitched after the starting pitcher Smith. Melendez went 1 1/3. Gave up 2 hits, no runs. Walked a batter, didn't strike anybody out. And now Connor Spink takes over as the next pitch is in the dirt. Phipps has to do a little dance to get out of the way of that one. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Connor Spink from Eagle River, Alaska. Eagle River, Alaska. That's far away. The 2-1. That one's inside for a ball. He's 6'3", 210 pounds out of Seattle University. His only professional experience has come with the Lincoln Saltdogs. He's been with them since 2012. Here's the 3-1 pitch. The late kick, the throw, and that one is inside. Ball 4. Lemurs have a base runner. Well, over 3 hours into this ball game, and the Lemurs are still going. Here's Devontre Richardson. 3 hours and 8 minutes to be precise. That's how long these 2 teams have been playing right now. And the pitch. That one misses outside. So Spink this season, no wins, no losses, a 5.40 ERA in 5 games. He has pitched in 5 innings, has struck out 3. He has walked 6 and now make it 7 with the Phipps walk there. The 1-0. That one is outside. Spink has given up 5 hits as well. He's pitched against Amarillo this year, Gary, Kansas City. So those are just a couple of teams he's faced off against. In fact, those are all the teams he has faced off against early on in the season here. The 2-0. Low for a ball. He's having a hard time finding the strike zone. Walked Phipps and now falls behind Devontre Richardson. 3 balls and no strikes. So he has to come across here, or he might have an early hook. I'm sure his manager would like to see him get through the inning. The pitch. That one misses away. Ball 4. Well, Phipps did see a strike. Richardson does not. Now the catcher heads up to the mound to waste a little time. I don't see anybody warming up in the Lincoln bullpen. Spink might be on his own here. And that might be what Canham is saying. Hey, you got this one. It's all yours, kid. Bottom of the 8th inning. You need to get through it so we don't go to any more pitchers in this ball game. Of course, they would like to tie it up and maybe take it to the bottom of the 9th inning if they could. But right now, the Lemurs are up by 2, and we're in the bottom of the 8th, so Lincoln will have 1 more at bat. And they can see what they can do there. But here's Tony Delmonico into the batter's box. Delmonico with some pop. He's got 2 home runs on the year. He has a couple of sac flies today that have driven home runs. He's got a total of 3 RBIs altogether. Here's the pitch. He swings and fouls it back. Remember, he was hit by a pitch back in the 6th inning that drove home a run. He paid for it. Had to be smarts. Can't imagine it ever feels good. So Spink on the hill, getting some signs. And the 0-1 delivery. Swung and a high fly ball to left. Charging in Forgatch, the left fielder. And he's going to take a few steps back now and make the catch. For a moment there, I thought he lost it in the lights. But he seemed to have it under control after he moved over just a little bit. So one down, and Matt Pageant coming up to the plate. Pageant looking for another hit. He's got one today. He's officially 1 for 4. Pageant a lefty. It's going to be a lefty-lefty matchup for you. Spink those sidearms, so a sidearming lefty, just like the Lemurs have in Luis Poyorena. Now a look back to second base from Connor Spink. Juan Silverio is on deck. The pitch home. Swinging a pop fly. That'll get out of play as the camera follows that up into the suite level here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Almost got dizzy with the camera going up that way. An 0-1 count. Got some Lincoln Saltdogs fans here rooting on their club. The 0-1. That one misses outside. Every now and then we'll get fans that follow the team into our stadium. They come from wherever they come from. The Lincoln Saltdogs fans, of course, probably coming from Lincoln, Nebraska. We've had fans from all over the place down here. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. That one's called a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I remember Wichita. They brought some fans down here, especially during the playoffs. They've carried some of their fans down this way. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Playoff atmosphere, always fun. And the 1-2 pitch. Slider swung on, and that one's grounded foul. Pageant had to go all the way to the outside part of the plate and pull that one up to the first base side. So we'll see another 1-2 pitch coming up to Matt Pageant. 1 out in the inning. Pageant going to try to do some damage and bring home a run. Over there at second base is Dennis Phipps. At first, Devontre Richardson. Both guys can fly on the base paths. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Phipps stealing, and he's in safely at third. Pageant called out looking and not very happy about it. So a stolen base for Phipps, and Devontre Richardson follows up. He goes into second on the play. Here's Juan Silverio. So Silverio in his debut with the Lemurs tonight, having a nice night. He's 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a solo home run, and now there's going to be a mound visit by the catcher. Maybe he has an idea that they might want to walk Silverio here and go against Wiley. Wiley with 1 hit today compared to the Silverio 3. Now, this is a little bit of a long conversation now. It's more than that. More than, hey, let's walk this guy and pitch to the next guy. Nope. Canham saying, where do you want to go eat after we're done here? There's a Whataburger close by. See a Popeye's Chicken's not too far away either. That's probably what they're talking about, I would imagine. I mean, might as well be. I mean, everyone is getting hungry. Lemurs up by 2. Runners at second and third and 2 down. The pitch. That one high and outside. And remember, the first 2 batters in the inning walked. Both Phipps and Richardson reached on walks. Silverio awaits his next pitch, 1-0. Here it comes. That one is on the inside corner for a strike. So Silverio with an even count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Lemurs will have 1 more game here tomorrow before hitting the road. They're going to play the Lincoln Saltdogs 1 more time. Then they'll pack up and head to Fargo, North Dakota. Wasn't there a movie made in Fargo called Fargo? Yeah, called Fargo. It was pretty good. I remember watching that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back into the screen. An entertaining movie. And I think it won some awards. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Silverio. He's all the way in the very back of the batter's box. In fact, he might be, I think he has his back heel outside of the batter's box line. The line's pretty much gone right now. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside, a breaking ball there, and just missed by a hair. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Lemurs did not go up to Fargo last season. Fargo came down here, though. They played early on in the year. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The kick, the throw. Swung on and fouled back. That gets up into the suite level. Will bounce around a little bit and go down into the stands and hops right into the hands of a fan. Couldn't ask for anything easier right there. And he has a kid, and the little boy just threw the ball around 5 rows in front of everybody. So there goes that foul ball. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and popped up. That might be playable for the catcher if he gets back. It's not very high. He'll go into a slide, but it's not playable. He falls to the ground. Just not high enough for him to get to. It was in play, but didn't stay up in the air long enough. So Silverio with another chance. A 2-2 count. Bottom of the 8th inning. Lemurs up by 2 runs. Phipps takes his lead from third. Richardson off the bag at second. And the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball to left. Hit pretty well. Forgatch is going back. He's at the track. He slams into the wall. The ball is off the top of the wall. Phipps is going to score. Richardson is going to score. And that's a base hit. A stand-up double for the newcomer, Juan Silverio. He gets 2 more RBIs. Well, welcome to Laredo, my friend. He has done some damage today out of the 8-hole. He almost hit that one out of the ballpark. He almost had his 2nd home run of the game. There's going to be a pinch hitter for Wiley. And that is Luke Bailey. So Bailey getting a chance to swing the bat as he comes off the bench here tonight. We'll see who the Lemurs put in the outfield. Here's the pitch. That one's a big swing and a miss by Bailey. I would imagine Taylor would go into left. We saw him play left field in Grand Prairie. And then Bailey would go back behind the plate for 1 game. But we'll have to wait and see. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one is on the outside corner for a strike. Lemurs up, by the way, 9-5. So 2 more runs here in the inning. They scored 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th, and 2 here in the 8th. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's going to do it for the Lemurs, but they come up with 2 more runs. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're going to the top of the 9th. Lemurs looking to lock this one down. They're up 9-5. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
All right, here we go into the top of the 9th inning. John Brebria stays in the game for the Laredo Lemurs. He got one out in the 8th inning for the Lemurs, so he stays in the game. Lemurs up 9-5 in the ball game as they look to win their second game in a row and take the first two in this 3-game series against the Lincoln Saltdogs. Here's the pitch to Brian Joint. Joint watches it miss outside. Forgat struck out against Brevia back in the 8th inning, and it was a nice outing there by Brevia for one batter. Came on and struck out the first guy he saw. Here's the 1-0. That one hits the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one right at the knees. A nice fastball there by John Brevia. And the wind and the delivery. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, how about Juan Silverio for the Laredo Lemurs coming on in his first short of the cycle? 1 ball and 2 strikes. Luke Bailey wound the rest of the night off. 1 opportunity to play defense. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Big home run tonight straight away. Gaston was a home run champ. Runs anymore, but he did get a home. I'll tell you a little bit more about it when he comes up to the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the deal. Swung on and popped up to the right side, and that's going to get out of play. Now get up onto the concourse and ping pong around a little bit, and a bunch of fans will run after it, and it'll actually go rolling down the stairs. Bounce, diddy, bounce, diddy, bounce, and a fan has it. This just in, a fan has a foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch again from Brebria. Swing, and that one is tipped into the glove of the catcher. Strike 3. So Joint goes down swinging. 1 down. And here comes John Gaston. Gaston, that home run is his only hit of the game. He did walk in the 3rd inning and came around to score. Gaston's currently 28 years old. In high school, he went to Bora High School in Boise, Idaho. Attended college at the University of Arizona. He was drafted once by the Giants in the 20th round in 2005, and then by the Astros in the 7th round back in 2008. So while he was in Lancaster, he hit 35 home runs in the California League back in 2009. So 35 big flies. That led the California League that season. Here's the pitch. And that one is a check swing foul ball. So an 0-1 count. If you've never been out to the California League or had your favorite player play in the California League, and you wouldn't know this, but it is a very hitter-friendly league. The ball flies. Lancaster is a launching pad. High Desert also a launching pad. Inland Empire, the ball flies pretty well. So the ball flies throughout the south part of that division. The High Desert Mavericks play literally in the high desert. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. So the High Desert Mavericks play in the high desert where the air is a little bit thinner and the wind constantly blows. It's just always blowing out, it seems like. So that can definitely lend to more home runs and leads to high ERAs and high home run totals. So if your favorite player is there and he has a high ERA, then don't be too sad. It probably has to do with where they're playing. No balls and 2 strikes. At least part of it. The pitch. Swing, and that one's fouled off. So the count stays at 0-2. Gaston with those 35 home runs back in 2009. He's never reached that mark again. His highest total since then was 14. And that came between 2 teams in 2012. All in Indy Ball in the American Association. Hit 12 for Fargo and 2 2 in Birmingham. Actually, that was affiliated ball when he played with the White Sox organization. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Brebria firing it up. You see John Brebria just hanging out in the locker room, and you would not think that guy has mean, nasty stuff. I mean, he looks like such a nice guy. And he is a really nice guy. You would see him in the clubhouse, and you think, oh, man, this guy's really cool. He's so very nice. He's very polite. He's got, good morals and ethics. And then he just gets up there on the mound and blows guys away. You wouldn't think he had that heater behind him, but he does. Here's Ziegler. CJ takes a strike on the inside corner, just a little below the belt. Tickled right below the belt. 92-mile-an-hour fastball there from Brebria. Lincoln down to their final out. Lemurs up 9-5. The kick, the throw. Swinging a chopper over the head of Brebria. Charging the ball, Nieves. Nieves sidearm flip over to first base. And that does it. The Lemurs win by a final score of 9-5 here in Laredo. They have won the first 2 games of this series, and the Lemurs are back on the winning track. They now have 5 wins on the season. They're 5-7 and trying to get back up to 500. We'll take a timeout, come back and wrap it up for you. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Lemurs win by a final score of 9-5.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. The Laredo Lemurs post-game show is coming your way next.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Laredo Lemurs Baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. Now here's Bill Harrington with Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for sticking around for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer coming to you live from Uni-Trade Stadium as we get ready to wrap up this one for the night. Lemurs win by a final score of 9-5 over the Lincoln Saltdogs. They have now taken 2 in a row against Lincoln, and we'll look for a sweep tomorrow night against this ball club before heading up to Fargo, North Dakota to start a 3-game series against the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. So the Lemurs got on the board early and often in the ball game. In fact, after the Lincoln Saltdogs played it a run in the top of the first inning, the Lemurs would come right back in the bottom of the first inning, and they'd put 2 runs up on the board to take a 2-1 lead. With 1 out, Kevin Taylor would come up to the plate. He would single. Then Abel Nieves would walk, and that would put runners at first and second. Then Dennis Phipps walked to load the bases, and Devontre Richardson, the number 5 hitter today, would single. That would drive home Taylor. The Lemurs would then tie up the game. And then Abel Nieves would move up to third on the play. Tony Delmonico would be the next batter. He did a sac fly out to center field, and the Lemurs would grab a 2-1 lead. Really wouldn't look back after that. They would fall behind again in the third inning, but really everything was all money after the third for him as John Gaston would 2 down. He would walk off starting pitcher Matt Lewson. Then C.J. Ziegler, he would come up to the plate. He would get a base hit. That would put runners at first and second. And then coming up to the plate was Mitch Canham. Canham would hit a triple. That would clear the bases for the Lincoln Saltdogs, making it a 3-2 ball game. And then the Lemurs would come up to the plate in the bottom of the third inning, score 2 more runs. Kevin Taylor with a single there to start things off with nobody out. Then Abel Nieves followed with a double, and then that would put runners at second and third. Phipps would then come up with a single, and that would score Kevin Taylor from third base. And then with 1 out, Tony Delmonico would come up to the plate, hit a sac fly. That would bring Abel Nieves home from third base to give the Lemurs a 4-3 lead, and then they wouldn't look back. So Lemurs up 4-3 at that point, and they would score again in the bottom of the fourth inning with Juan Silverio, the newcomer for the Lemurs. You saw him on the interview there with Cameron Songer. Unfortunately, we can't get that audio because we are not connected to that program. But you did see Silverio there. He had a solo home run in his debut with the Lemurs here tonight, and they'd scored 2 runs in the top. C.J. Ziegler would come up with a base hit. He would later on score with Jeremy Hamilton driving him in. That would be the inning that starting pitcher Matt Lewson would be taken out of the game. He would be replaced by Henry Garcia. Garcia ends up getting the victory tonight as he pitched to get that final out in the 5th inning for the Laredo Lemurs, helping Lewson out of the small bit of trouble that he was in. So the Lemurs would score 2 more in the 6th inning to take a 7-5 lead in the ball game. Kevin Taylor would single there. Then Abel Nieves would reach on an error. And then Dennis Phipps would come up to the plate. He would single. That would drive in Taylor. And then Tony Delmonico was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to bring home another run. That would make it 2 runs with a leadoff walk to Dennis Phipps, another walk to Devontre Richardson with nobody out, and then Tony Delmonico would fly out to left field for the first out of the inning. Matt Pageant would then strike out looking, and then Juan Silverio would come up for his 5th at bat of the night, and he would double off the left field wall, driving in both Phipps and Richardson, and the Lemurs would score those 2 more runs, and that would be a 9-5 final for the Laredo Lemurs. So 9 runs on 14 hits for the Lemurs, second game in a row that the Lemurs have double-digit hits. So yesterday they had 17, tonight they have 14. Lemurs did not have any errors tonight. Lincoln, they had 5 runs on 9 hits. They had 2 errors on the evening here at the ballpark tonight. So the big hitters for the Lemurs, Jimmy Mojica with 2 hits tonight. Kevin Taylor with 3 hits on the evening. He did a nice job behind the plate as well. Abel Nieves doubled. He scored 3 runs on the night. Dennis Phipps, he came up with 2 hits. He scored a run and had 2 RBIs. Devontre Richardson, he picked up a base hit and an RBI back in the first inning, and he also scored a run later on in the game. Tony Delmonico, even though he never got a hit, he drove in 3 this evening, a couple of them on sac flies. Matt Pageant, he picked up a base hit back in the 5th, and the newcomer, Juan Silverio, going 4 for 5, 3 singles, 2 singles, a home run, and a double, so he was a triple shy hitting for the cycle here this evening, and his only time he got out, he grounded into a double play back in the 5th inning. Byron Wiley had a base hit this evening, and Luke Bailey came in to hit for him later on in the ball game. So that's a quick look back on how this game worked out. Like I said, winning pitcher was Henry Garcia. He pitched a third of an inning, gave up 2 hits, did not allow a run, a walk, or a hit. And the rest of the Lemurs pitching core went like this. Ryan Beckman came out and pitched. B.J. Hyatt pitched a little bit. Luis Poyorena pitched, and John Brebbia shut things down at the end of the ball game for the Laredo Lemurs. A nice job by all those guys coming out of the bullpen for the Lemurs. In fact, the Lincoln Saltdogs did not score after the relief corps came in to start pitching for the Laredo Lemurs. Jesse Smith takes the loss for Lincoln. He went 5 2/3 of an inning. He gave up 10 hits, 6 runs. 4 of them were earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2. So we'll take a quick look at the scoreboard here, and then we'll wrap things up in the American Association and get you ready for tomorrow night's game. Gary beats Ottawa today 3-1. That was an interleague matchup with the Can-Am League. So Gary over Ottawa 3-1. Joplin big over Amarillo 10-3. And Joplin stays hot at the beginning of the season. Fargo 5, Wichita 4. That knocks down the Wichita Wingnuts, and that'll allow the Lemurs to gain a game in the standings. St. Paul 7, Grand Prairie 3. That's a final. And Sioux City beats Kansas City, and Kansas City is now 1-10 on the year with a loss. Yow. Winnipeg 5, Sioux Falls 3, and you have the final here. Lemurs 9, Saltdogs 5. We'll come at you tomorrow night at 7:15 for the pregame, 7:30 for the first pitch live from Uni-Trade Stadium. It'll be myself and Cameron Songer bringing you all the play-by-play. We'll have the pregame interview for you, as well as some highlights from tonight's ball game. So make sure you join us early for the broadcast, a 7:15 pregame show, 7:30 for the first pitch from Uni-Trade Stadium. The last game of the homestand, Lemurs will be looking to wrap it up with a 3-game sweep over the Lincoln Saltdogs. For Cameron Songer, I'm Bill Harrington saying goodnight from Uni-Trade Stadium in Laredo, Texas, as the Lemurs win tonight by a final score of 9-5.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Join us next time for all your Laredo Lemurs action.